Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Boxingvoice.com.
You need that fear.
All I'm trying to do is make a stand for something that I truly believe is right. I truly believe is right. I don't want to be like you. Come on, man. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the cash cow. I hold a record with pay-per-view.
My drop, I know my drop, I know my situation. I don't want to fight. But it's gonna be very difficult for both of us.
Boxingvoice.com. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is obviously our Results Sunday Crow edition, and so much boxing took place this weekend. A lot of significant fights, and we'll get to them for sure. Lomachenko dominates. Claressa Shields become the self-proclaimed GOAT. Munguia gets a decision that most are calling a robbery. Has he been gifted? Plus a bunch of news and notes, and we'll touch on those. Round was on hand for Claressa Shields versus Christina Hammer, so we'll hear all the goodies that he brought back from being live at the fight. I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you're just joining in the live stream. It helps with the visibility of the show. You should already know how this goes. The number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. Add Nestor Gibbs on Skype and be part of the conversation. Let's get this thing going.
Boxingvoice.com.
I've been doing this. I ain't been up and fell off. I've been through the Lennox Lewis era, the Nassim Hamed era, the Sugar Shane Moses era, the Oscar De La Hoya era, the Marquez Hood era. I've been through all the eras, and I still been telling. How much you talk? You do too much talk. The thing is this:
People want their subjective preference to be the objective reality.
HBO needs to fire you. You don't know shit about boxing.
Boxingvoice.com.
Yo, this weekend had a lot to like. There's so much that happened. Some fighters had some of the best performances of their career, and some fighters had some of the worst performances of their career. Leading up to this, we definitely can say that we have to give Claressa Shields her props, hands down, regardless of where you want to place her in the women's all-time greats, if she's the GOAT, or even at this point, does she belong in pound for pound in general right now with the men, ranking 1 through 10? Regardless, at that point, something special happened that night, and she became undisputed. Now, from that point, we've also have to talk about Lomachenko's performance and also some of the criticism that a lot of people have been talking about Anthony Crolla. Does he deserve to get the self-proclaimed amazing performance, or, people just out there hating? As well, Gilberto Ramirez has went up to another division, got a TKO. And when you look at that PBC FS1 card, Peter Quillin, Caleb Truax ended in some sort of decision that we all didn't want, a headbutt clash. Some prospects went the distance for the first time, and some prospects who usually goes the distance got a knockout. So we'll definitely break all this down. Also, I'll tell some extra stories. We definitely have a lot of interviews up on the channel. So if you guys haven't seen it after the podcast, go check it out. I have way more to upload on here. And then I also have some fun, extra stuff on my channel, on Fighter IQ, on the YouTube channel. But from that point, pass the ball on to Mike. What's up?
Nelson Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
Boxingvoice.com.
So when I stop here, y'all gonna say you was too weak. Oh my mic. He stayed out before he said you not.
A man stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind that. Boxingvoice.com.
You want to see me fight Terence Crawford? I'll beat that boy ass.
Yo, what's up, baby? Back here with another one. Yeah, man, Errol Spence was on IG Live talking a lot of shit. I like that, man. Just builds a fight up. And Lomachenko had a great performance on Friday. Got Crolla out of there, which I thought he would. And yeah, man, Claressa Shields put in there and dominated Hammer. I mean, after round one, it was all Shields, man. She really went out there and put on a good performance. Had Hammer hurt visibly multiple times, and yeah, man, like Ron said, she's got to be on somebody pound for pound rankings. But we'll break it down, get into a lot more action, a lot more news and notes. But yeah, man, what's going on, you guys?
What up, champ? How was your weekend?
Good, can't complain, man. Can't complain. Great fight weekend. I can't say great fight weekend.
Ron, what about you? Traveling from Brooklyn to New Jersey. How was that experience? And just, I mean, take us through the fight. I mean, not the fight, but the event, right? That's going to be what we lead off with. Claressa Shields. We're talking Showtime card. Let's start with the heavyweights, I guess. Ottawa Wallin. What were your thoughts? Did you get to speak to him? I just get to see what you post, so that's how I know who you spoke to. So I don't know. Who you haven't seen, who you did see. What's going on?
Well, I'll definitely break some of that stuff down. That was actually my first time in Atlantic City. Many people probably don't know. I'm not from New York. I moved out here this year, and so that was my first time going onto the boardwalk. And if many people didn't see that fight ended in a no decision. There was like some sort of weird injury that unfortunately the fight didn't go on. So it really sucks for Odo. He didn't get his record to be perfect. He has a blemish on there now. And in my honest opinion, if the fighter couldn't continue, I thought, he can't continue, right? So then you just get the win. But
man.
He got the ND, right? And so at that point, we were all, unfortunate. We didn't get to see this guy fight. He's ranked in like number 5 and 2 in the sanctioned bodies in the heavyweight division. This was going to be someone that I had a feeling that if he had a great performance that we'd be talking about all this year. And we didn't get to see it. Like, that was his first time in America. So I didn't get a chance to talk to him after that fight. I didn't see him anywhere. I'm pretty sure he was pretty upset. But I did talk to Dimitri Salita, his promoter, a little bit on it. And, he obviously spoke that he was upset by that. But they'll try to get him in as soon as possible because he didn't truly even fight. But
yeah, man, the fight that I seen between him and Kinsler, whatever his name is, it was a headbutt, I believe, that happened in the first or second round, and the guy got checked out during the round, and he seemed fine, but coming in, I think it was set up for Wilder to win. So when he went back to his corner, he started telling the doctor that he couldn't see. So therefore, since this was a accidental headbutt, they had to go to the no decision because it didn't go past 4 rounds.
Okay.
So
yeah, I didn't truly get the with that perspective. I was sitting ringside. I was just like, what's going on? So it did stink for him. That was his showcase. I think at that point, a lot of people was checking him out just because he was ranked so high in 2 sanctioned bodies, undefeated, 20 wins, 13 KOs. So didn't get to talk to him. But there was another heavyweight fight that was on that card that wasn't televised. And I thought Samuel Peter won his fight, but they didn't give it to him. He dropped his opponent in round 3. So if you guys put some money for Samuel Peter to lose, man, you got some money on that.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but I didn't go because I looked at the guy's record. He didn't look like he was going to be a world beater, but Sammy Peter was old, but like you said, you feel like he got robbed. So
he was smacking that boy, man. He dropped him, man. I felt like that WBC who neck was coming on, man. He was the Nigerian nightmare. But afterwards, Jermaine Franklin came in and
James Franklin. It was Jermaine or James?
It's Jermaine, bro.
My bad.
But Jermaine Franklin and Rydell Booker, man, that was
jump in real quick before you move on to Franklin, because I checked out the Ottawa Wilding fight, and I had picked him to win on my card on the betting show because he was just at least 2 feet taller than his opponent. You could tell his opponent was there to lose, and that's exactly why things happen the way that they happen. He was there to lose, and he knew that. He felt that power, and he checked out. How you gonna say he can't see with his eyes wide open? You know what I'm saying? And first of all, like, look, I never been in the ring professionally. Cool. Never been in the ring as a competitor outside of Border Wars. Cool. It could be a different thing. But I've been watching boxing long enough to know that if you say you can't see, the fight is over. Like, you're not allowed to say you can't see because the commission won't let you continue. They're not going to have you decapitated for our entertainment. The minute you say you can't see, they're not asking you again. You're done. My man had fingers in his face and he's like, I'm seeing half of them. Yo, someone needs to smack that dude. Like, he deserves whatever Curtis Harper got. Like, he should not be allowed in the ring. I know a lot of you are going to look past that. You didn't really focus. You weren't paying attention to the audio provided by DAZN. But this dude checked out. He took his check. He ran. Everyone should know, and the promoters should treat him like that. He didn't want to fight, and it's okay to lose. But he didn't want to lose. He didn't want to fight, and he fucked up the night for us. And, you know, I swear they should take his check. I hope he didn't get paid. I hope he didn't get paid because he didn't fight, and it just ain't right.
And it was on Showtime. It's a small correction, but yeah, I mean, that's why I was sitting there. I was confused. I didn't get to hear any of the audio that you guys got to hear at home. So I just want to just get this like correct. If there's like a quote unquote accident headbutt, right? And they like at that point, they're able to just say, oh, this person can't continue because of that point, and it's like it's over, not a cut. You know, y'all, I just can't see. Like, is that a fair ruling?
If it don't go 4 rounds, like it's a boxing thing, man. If it don't go 4 rounds and the fighter can't continue, it goes down as a no decision. If it was accident or not, if it was on purpose, something like that, then for the ruling party, then you know.
Has this happened before? Like, I can't.
Yeah, it happened. Happened in the Caleb Truax fight.
No, that was a cut. Like a
cut.
No,
run. The exact same thing happened. Like both guys were cut. Odo Wilder was cut, and
so Odo was cut. I didn't get to like actually see
both
his
guys
face.
were cut, man. The exact thing. Actually, it happened. It happened 3 times this weekend.
So wait, so he had an actual cut across his face. Blood was in his eye.
Odo Wilder had a cut on the side of his head, and the other guy had a cut like by his eye.
So yeah, well then, was it that bad of a cut, Mike? Would you say that?
Man, the motherfucker said he couldn't see one, like blatantly, and I'm looking at this motherfucker like, bro, you can, I know you can see my dog. You know
so it was you can 100%.
He didn't want to be there. I mean, you could tell by his body, bro. Like he was there to lose. And he decided, I'm not about to lose that way. Like, this is my way out. It's no different than what Mikey Garcia did. And I know people going to hate on me, but he did the same thing versus Orlando Salido. Like, you know you up, and this is technically the law in boxing. Like, you could go to the cards, and you knew you up, so you won. This guy, on the other hand, it wasn't the 4th round, so, you know, it's a no contest. Even better for his bum-ass resume.
Yeah, better for my parlay too, because it kept my shit alive.
Wow.
Kept mine's alive too, but it fucked up the odds though.
Yeah, of course. I had 3 that had the odds all fucked up.
I'm so mad, bro. I had a 17 parlay hit, bro, and because Peter Quillin and yes, Peter
17?
Quillin, I still won and I made money. Shout out
17.
7 teams, 17 parlay.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? 17 parlay.
Oh, not 1 7, 7 different teams. Hogan whooping his ass. Nah, he ain't really whooping his ass though. I'm just.
And Hogan boxing shit out of fucking.
No, he ain't, man. No, he ain't, man. Yeah. People quick to call robbery, man.
Hogan was boxing shit out here, man.
Enough, man.
Catching him on the inside, catching him on the outside. It don't matter, man.
Yeah, he's one punch and hold. Come on, bro.
What is Munguia doing?
Munguia letting them hands go, hitting them everywhere, body, neck, head.
We'll get to that third thing. We ain't gonna do that right now.
But
James Franklin, yeah, man.
Jermaine Franklin. Yeah. I'm mad, Jermaine.
Man, he better do something for me to start getting his name right, cause man, last night I believe he got hurt too.
Yo, those scorecards was too wide, man.
Thank you,
that fight was way closer. I wasn't scoring, but I was watching like, damn, this is a fight. This ain't a showcase.
I don't know. I think y'all being hard on him. This dude, I told y'all this dude was going to be an issue on the betting show. I told y'all he went to jail based off his record. I was pleased to be right in a weird way. Yeah, in a weird way. Yeah, they spoke about it on the telecast. So in a weird way, I was pleased to be right. Obviously, I didn't want my man to go to jail, but I was like happy to know that I called this spot on.
He's a tough guy, very tough.
Yeah, but he's a sparring partner. He got that sparring partner mentality. Every now and then he'll let his hands go, but never enough to truly win a round. Like, I don't think that I gave him a round. He didn't do enough. Like, he had a very snappy, educated jab, but that's all that he would use. And then once in a blue, he would use some uppercuts. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I think what he was doing was just showing other promoters and other I guess contenders that if you need a durable heavyweight to like go against, you know what I'm saying, and be in the ring with, then I'm your guy. I mean, let's not get confused. Like Rodell's like almost 38, something like that. Like he's getting up there in age. So the more fights that he can have and show that he's durable and he's a good barometer test for these upcoming prospects, the more jobs he can have. Now to the fight, I do believe I'm in the boat with Ron. I thought it was a lot closer than what the scorecards indicated, but I do think Jermaine Franklin did win the fight, though. I had him win like
y'all lying, man. What fucking round you gave that old dude? Come on, man. What round he won, clearly? Talking about it's closer. So tell me what round y'all gave him.
I'm not saying that
neither one of them scored. Neither one of them.
Yeah, I didn't score, but like the fight within the round seemed like the fight was more competitive than what the scorecards indicated. That's what I'm saying.
This is the problem with boxing, man. You guys don't know what y'all watching. Like, my man wasn't letting his hands go. He would land the occasional jab, occasional hook, occasional uppercut. He would never put it together. Jermaine Franklin was making the fight, pushing the fucking the pace. He was dictating the pace. He was the one coming forward. He did everything, bro. Like, there was nothing. He landed more shots. He threw more shots. He was the aggressor. My man's back was always on the ropes. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Look, all I'm saying is, obviously, I can't give an educated opinion on how much Franklin won. I did think that he won the fight, but just being in an arena and just watching it ringside, it seemed more competitive than what it probably should have. I'll definitely watch it on TV and sit down and score it. I didn't think, obviously, Franklin lost, but I think the perception going into is that Rydell Booker is a guy who stopped fighting in 2004 when he had his first loss against James Toney. 14 years later, pick up his career again, and then you got this highly touted prospect coming in, and he had some shots hit on him. There was moments in there where a lot of people in that arena thought, yo, that scorecard seemed wide. It wasn't just mine, and maybe it was the influence of everyone around me, but the fight itself just seemed way more competitive than it should have. And then when you heard the scorecards outright, it felt like it was a little wider. But Jermaine Franklin, there was things I felt that could have worked on, maybe a little bit more on the defense. Some big shots hit him, but it is the heavyweight division. I got a chance to speak with him after, and I want to get your guys' opinion where he stands after that performance. He said he would be interested to fight a Charles Martin, Adam Kownacki, or even a Dominic Breazeale after the Wilder fight if he would lose.
Man, he ain't ready for none of them names. He ain't ready for none of them names, bro. None of them names. This guy was 38 years old, not letting his hands go. If he and I'll be honest though, shout out to Jermaine. Amazing stamina. Amazing. I mean, look, as my friend, anyone listening, point out the round where you see Jermaine tired so I could go back and watch it and just agree with you, because I didn't see him get tired. I was purposely looking at this dude's mouth. Bruh, he letting them hands go, but he's fucking with a 38-year-old dude that ain't offering really nothing back. If that was Kownacki, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know that Jermaine lets those hands go the way that he did. I don't know that he leads with uppercuts. He was very wide in there. He was everything he threw had heat on it. Everything he threw. And that's another thing. I need to see him in there with someone else. This guy that we seen him in there with, while it was a good test, because the guy posed, the guy looked good as a B-side. He was decent. He had a good skill set in there. So it made the fight look a little bit better. But we don't know anything about Booker, so we don't know about his punch resistance. So it makes us leery of Franklin's power, because he hit Booker with everything, with uppercuts. overhand rights, combinations, body left hook. I mean, he was trying it all, and he was putting all the talk into it, and he never really hurt Booker. So does Booker have this rock solid chin that we didn't know about because we don't really know this dude? Or does Franklin just not have it as a heavyweight? I'm going to pass the ball and then go through the heavyweights and see who's the better test for him next. But the three names he mentioned, I would stay the F away from.
Well, now my whole thing, I was thinking of a fighter, and I wanted to see if you felt that he was above him, below him, or a good match. Him and Dermani Rock. What would you think a fight like that would look like between?
I don't think they would do that. It's too soon, right? So these are those circumstances where people are like risk versus reward. The money ain't worth it, so they don't do it. Damani Rock and him to get in there right now, no one really gains anything. Franklin is unknown to us. We just met him yesterday. So if anything, Damani Rock is giving up his name to make a name for Franklin. And if he loses, he's got to rebuild. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Skill-wise, would you say they're kind of close?
If you're looking at a fight, I'm picking Damani Rock.
Okay. So you got a little ways to go at that point.
Yeah, I think Damani Rock, even though I'm gonna be honest, I ain't even see Damani Rock face anybody on this level. This tall dude, this 38-year-old dude, he's still good. Mike's writing him off. I mean, he got 14 years in prison. His body is preserved. He just got to keep shaving off the weight. If you notice the highlight reel, they can't help but show Jermaine Franklin's highlight reel, but it's not a highlight reel in my opinion because my man eats the biggest shot Jermaine throws and immediately counters with a fucking left hook. Like, this old dude is still good. He just needs to take off some of this weight, go back and look at this tape, let his hands go a little bit more. Booker needs to do because he ain't going to win no fights like that. But I don't know if this old dude, again, he didn't show the power, but I might pick him versus David Price. I'm just being real. Maybe this guy over Tony Thompson.
Tony Thompson still boxing me down.
Can Areola beat this dude after we see Areola be tight with Travis Kaufman? Can Kaufman beat this dude? I don't know. Those are fights I'll still see. I'll still see them shits.
Any last thoughts on that particular fight, Mike? Jermaine?
Oh yeah, Jermaine. Just want to see him get back in the lab, man. Get some more wins on his belt. Charles Martin, them is just too far above him right now, in my opinion, and the experience and boxing IQ part. So I think Jermaine just needs to get a couple more wins on his belt. I'm saying get a couple more guys that he's supposed to be and beat them in the fashion that he's supposed to, and then start talking about the Charles Martin, the Kornalkis, and the Brazil, because those are three names that I won't pick you against right now. I'm sorry.
Now, right before we get to the main event, I just wanted to give.
Wait. No, we wanted to stay here. Remember, I wanted to pass you guys the ball so I could check out some names.
Go ahead, check out
and some possible matchups.
Wow.
Just for fun facts, Daniel Dubois, 10-0, is number 50 on BoxRec. Jermaine Franklin is ranked number 44 on BoxRec.
You got a bigger fist.
Daniel Dubois has. I'm not saying this is the fight I want. I'm just giving you barometers so you know where everyone is at. So Daniel Dubois only has 10 fights. Jermaine Franklin has 18 fights. All right. Nathan Gorman is 40. Tom Schwartz will be facing Tyson Fury is 39. Alexander Dimitrenko, that's been knocked out by most B-level heavyweights, is 38.
He's fighting Andy Ruiz.
All right, he's fighting Andy Ruiz. Carlos Takam is fighting someone, and he's number 29.
Fight Usyk.
There you go. Arthur Spielka, 28. Brian
Jennings got knocked out by Kornacki.
Brian Jennings, 27.
Knocked out by Rivas.
Lucas Brown, 26.
Fighting Dave Allen.
Chris Areola moves up one spot on BoxRec, and he is number 42.
coming off a good win down in Dallas.
David Price, number 48. David Allen, 47.
Just got bit by fucking there was a guy named Ron. Got to bit him over there in England. David Price. What the fuck his name is, but yeah.
Well,
So there you go. Look, just so you can see. So David Price is 48, and I was picking the opponent of Jermaine Franklin Saturday night to possibly beat David Price. Because of the relations with Salida and Eddie Hearn, I'm gonna say, Salida, on your way to work tomorrow, listening to the show, go ahead and lobby for David Price, Jermaine Franklin. I think he could probably do it, but David Price is a good boxer. Franklin didn't show us power. Again, it could be that we don't know Booker, but it's a marketable fight to raise the profile of Franklin, and for Price, you're knocking off an undefeated prospect.
Oh, you want Franklin to fight Price next?
All right, that's what he said. He said Dimitri.
Yeah. I mean, because you're with Dimitri Salida. He works well with Eddie Hearn. It makes sense. If you want Franklin to stay on the Showtime PBC side, Areola is the closest name to him. Areola is what, 42? And honestly, I think he brings maybe a little bit more recognition than David Price. I mean, but if you're Dimitri Salida, you're doing business with Eddie, David Price seems okay. What about you guys? Any matchups you want to throw Franklin? You would like to see Franklin in with next?
I think you put some good names in there.
Éric Molina too. What about Éric Molina? Is he ready for Éric Molina? Éric Molina's losses come to Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Dominic Breazeale, Chris Arreola, and someone I never heard of in his debut. Unfortunate.
Yeah, I would want Franklin to get at least one or two more, just a little tune-up, you know what I'm saying? Just fix some things, like work on the defense before he gets in there with somebody of that name and caliber, you know what I'm saying?
Éric Molina is actually the perfect fight for him. He hasn't fought since losing to Dominic Breazeale. That was 2017. Then he had one tune-up in 2019 in February after Valentine's versus Nick Guevas.
If you're Dimitri Salida, you go out and you go get Amir Mansour, you know what I'm saying? You dust him off and put him in the ring with James Franklin. Just to see.
I like the name, but Mike, think about it from a promotional standpoint, right? Like, I think you get more cachet from Molina. He's been in the ring with 2 world champions, and he's been out the ring longer than Amir Mansour. Amir Mansour, he's been losing to the top, like F.A., Hardgrovic. It's not like he's out here losing the bums.
And that's why you put him in there with him, guys. You want to see where your guy ranks at. You know what I'm saying?
Those are only prospects. Again, why do you care to be known as the best prospect when you can knock off a dude that's fought 2 world champions and just get more ranking than those prospects? Separate yourself.
What do you think about the loser of the David Price and the Lucas Brown and Dave Allen fight, right?
That's too much for him right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We got to see, because David Allen was never considered world level. This is his first world level fight. Like,
not first world level.
I mean, he's been in other world level fights.
Yeah,
not first, but this is his first world level fight that
50-50 fight. World level
on his comeback trail.
It's not even 50-50. Like, I think
he's the favorite.
Oh, Lucas is not the favorite?
Yeah, no.
Wow.
Nigga, Lucas just got knocked down. Nigga, his last fight by in the 6th round there, he was getting a tune-up for. Yeah. He got knocked down. So
somewhere in like a ballroom.
Yeah, a ballroom, dance room, some shit. He got his ass down.
Getting danced on.
If you can't take dope no more, man, you can't be good. It is what it is.
But I'm interested, man. I think Jermaine has potential to be great, and every time you get in a fight, you get better and better and better, and hopefully at that point, some of the stuff that he learned at that fight brings to the next. And
yeah, I just hope people don't dog him, because what I seen, like, yes, if you look at him on firsthand, he isn't the most skilled heavyweight out of the bunch. Like, you're not picking him and saying, oh wow, you see how skilled he was. But he showed dog, man. He showed that he's a fighter. Like, he never stopped throwing punches. He never was, he never got deterred off his game plan. This guy never made him think, I don't know, outside of what was on his mind and what he wanted to do. I think that it wasn't the prettiest fight. It just wasn't, but I like him, and it's heavyweights, you know what I'm saying? I want to see what he does and what he can do. He demonstrated good dog is all I could say. But we can move on.
Get to the quote, man.
Yeah, and real quick, right before we get to the main event, I just want to say my experience, like when I was there, like watching the cards and all that stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really excited for the card. So when it got to the main event and knowing that Otto didn't get to fight and certain fights just didn't wow me as much as I expected or hopes, or a random hidden gem popped up, I'm like, yo, this main event better be popping. That's how I felt going into that.
You should take it away then. Was it popping?
Hell yeah, man.
What I'm talking about, nigga.
Hey, look, I definitely right now can say that watching that fight in person was definitely worth it. Seeing the support from all the female fighters that came out, Michaela Mayer, some of the OGs. It was just dope seeing that all those females came out. Alicia Napoleon was out there. So it was definitely a monumental moment for the female fight. Some of the guys was out there too, old school guys like James Toney, Zab Judah. So from that point, what do you guys think watching from the TV? How was the presentation, the production? What did you guys feel? Did it feel underwhelming? Did they do a good job? I mean, I know leading up to this fight, they had really bad promotional problems. Like they had like Hannah Gabriels over Christina Hammer when they were trying to promote the fight. Like tons and tons of things that wouldn't have been okay with men's fights. Did you guys think they represented as well on Showtime? Was the broadcast, the production, did it feel like it was a big time fight for women fights?
I mean, no. I'm gonna be honest. It ain't feel like the.
They fucked up, bro. They didn't come out with they didn't come out with the normal broadcast team, so it's like,
yeah, they watered everything down.
Yeah, like they
down from the ring walks, right? Like they were very short. It just wasn't the normal hallway. Like it was quick. The telecast, like Mike said, the commentators.
Whoever's in charge of women boxing, man, why the fuck are these women fighting 2-minute rounds? She could have got a fucking knockout last night if the rounds were 3 minutes. She had Hammer in trouble on multiple occasions. These 2-minute rounds for women, I don't like.
Yeah, but you're saying that now, bro. We weren't around in the beginning, and the lack of power probably bored people, right? So, like, imagine 3 minutes of you not knocking someone out. So now every fight, you already know she going 10.
Bro, we watch fights all the time where niggas don't knock niggas out. They trade back and forth like ping pong.
I don't know, man. But there's blood and there's knockdowns. Like with women, it's just not really like that. That's why we was in love with Ann Wolf and Layla Ali. Well, Layla Ali more was cachet and pedigree. You know what I mean?
But going to that, I'm not a doctor, but I think I've heard other arguments of like there's some sort of like neurological damage that comes with the consistent head blows and the head trauma.
So they don't work for men though. It's not vice versa. So women got a smaller threshold of
you
pain.
You can argue whatever you want, Mike. I don't know.
I'm just saying women are having babies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know much
I don't know.
Painful than that.
I can't speak on it, just like how you're saying.
I can't. I mean, if they saying that neurologically that women suffer more pain. Or
I didn't
more
even
damage.
say that. I didn't even say that. I said I just don't know. They have reports that you can go out there and do the research and learn that there is some studies and showing that why they chose the round trip, some sort of health reasons or scientific reasons. I can't speak.
Do you know the reasons, or are you just
no? I don't know the reasons. I'm saying they're out there. I've seen tons of reports. Pick them on the pages. Lou DiBella puts them out all the time on his Twitter. All I'm saying, like Ness was saying, on entertainment value, if we're just going off that, a lot of times those fights never really had the the potential of a crazy knockout. So if you're looking at it at a broadcast perspective and you're looking at, hey, we need to move things kind of going on, that would make sense entertainment value wise. Now, in this situation, it hurt Claressa in women's boxing because if we did get the 12 rounds, the 3-minute rounds, we would have got that knockout. We would have got that stoppage for sure. It would have did everything that we would want. So, there is a double-edged sword out there. And from my point, I really wish that Claressa was able to get that knockout or stoppage because those rounds did feel like it went by fast. Knowing that it was 10 rounds of a championship fight, it kind of felt like you wanted to see more in that fight. You wanted that to either end in a stoppage or you wanted more rounds, more time. That's at least what I got out of that fight. I was craving for more.
Outside of that, after the first round, Claressa absolutely dominated Hammer. I mean, counter-punching, using her jab, using Christina Hammer movement against her because Christina was moving the whole night, and I think that actually wore her down a lot too. But yeah, man, I think Claressa, man, like me and Ron were talking about on the call, she has to be in somebody's top 10 pound for pound. What she's doing, 168.
I heard Ron's question. Did you hear Ron? He was so cute in the press conference.
How do you look at it this way?
I felt like, I ain't even on front. I felt like everybody was trying to give her credit.
Trying to?
Yeah.
What do you mean trying to? Elaborate.
I don't know. Like they were just looking for ways to give her credit. Not that she didn't deserve it. Like she outboxed Christina Hammer thoroughly. I'm happy I picked her, even though I was a little afraid. Remember, after watching Hammer, I was like, ugh. But obviously Claressa had more dog and the athleticism. She was really good off that front foot. She would just sometimes juke around or like head movement around the jab and then come up with a left hook. Were you noticing that? No? Okay.
I just know she was just stunting on Christina, man. Like it just seemed like she had an answer for pretty much everything. And I think the big thing we're gonna look into is
backwards. I think Christina didn't have an answer for Claressa. Claressa really didn't have the answer. I think she was always the one in control.
I mean, once Claressa got past that little 1-2 that the Hammer does, like Hammer doesn't really have much outside of that 1-2-3, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
I think she tried to be the aggressor in the beginning too, like which was normally like something you really don't see from her.
Exactly. And when she figured out,
because to me it felt like the Wilder Fury fight. Like Hammer was Wilder overshooting the right all night. It was going like Claressa was able to stay low. Her bobbing and weaving was really, just messing up Hammer's accuracy.
No, I mean, pretty much at that point, I don't know if the game plan was to try to rough up Claressa and bring the game to her, but at that point, the adjustment she's done was, not good enough, and she didn't give any excuses. She left out there, saying that she did her best and that, Claressa was the better opponent. And from that point, the thing that everyone's now looking into is seeing that Claressa became undisputed in this fight. Is she like picking on someone too small of like Cecilia Braekhus, who's the other undisputed at a smaller weight class? Some people saying
she's not picking on, bro. Like she's just trying to make a lane, man. She's trying to make a lane. Like she's already done what she's done in 9 fights. There's nothing left. Who else is she gonna fight? That's the saddest part about what took place is that she can't fight Michaela Mayer. She can't fight Taylor. And those 2 fights because of the promotional company would be bigger fights. Like she's saying Cecilia Brackhouse is a pay-per-view. I don't know who's gonna do it because Brackhouse is with like K2. Like, I don't know. Maybe Brackhouse is with Gennady now because of K2 and I don't know. But I just don't see that as a big pay-per-view fight. Pay-per-view would be Katie Taylor.
I think Christina Hammer was with K2 or Tom. So
yeah, I don't think Brackhouse has any interest in fighting Shields at 154.
So, well, I don't know about that. I mean, Brackhouse is like 36, 34 years old. She's never had a super fight. Anything with Claressa is the biggest fight that any female is going to be in. So, and
You
Claressa
could.
started her career at 168, bro. Like, she's going to be coming down to 54. Not that she can't lose it. She still wasn't ripped. Like, she's still not Michaela Mayer ripped. So she still got weight to lose, but she's naturally a thick woman. I seen the ESPN spread she did a few years ago. It was like, she's just a thick woman. So I don't know, would she be able to get down to 54? But obviously she does, or she can, because she's saying it.
I think Katie Taylor might be more suitable for breakers than
Yeah, Bryson Taylor at 35?
Yeah, they probably made at 40, 44, somewhere around there.
I don't know. It's more difficult as a champion in breakouts. I wouldn't go down to meet Katie. You're already 30 something years old. You go down 14, 15 pounds to meet her.
No,
You actually said you said 140, so I don't know, 7 pounds. No, 54 is where she fights. All right. Yeah, yeah. No. Oh, so Claressa wants her to move up to fight her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I told you. You got no interest.
Like is that picking on her?
That's difficult. And for Claressa, why would you do that anyway? It's not like those titles are gonna be on the line. Like, you about to fight her for 54 just for a fight. But I get it. There's nothing out there, so she's going for names. She's clout chasing. I like it.
She gonna have to call out one of these, and that's what I wish she would have did, bro. Amanda Nunes, 155. What's up? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
Cross promotion.
You gonna have to, big dog. Like, if you want to be that star that like you think you can be.
I mean,
ain't nobody in boxing for you, man.
That's the GOAT argument right there. All combat.
Well,
ain't no
argument. Like, people hate her or hate on her or dislike her because she's forward, no hair on her tongue, very blunt, telling you how she feels. But
like a real black woman, you know what I'm saying? They don't hold their tongue for shit. But go ahead.
I'm in agreements with her, right? Like, think about these quote unquote stars of today in the women's division. Let's start with Katie Taylor. She's probably the most recognizable, or the one that boxing fans, since we have a big UK listenership, will bring up. But she hasn't done what Claressa has done. She didn't get 2 medals, and if she did, you're educating me. But she hasn't unified. She hasn't conquered 2 divisions.
Yeah,
short amount of time, though. Remember,
she's fought at 130 and 135 and won titles in both.
And she did it in 9 fights, though. That's
how many fights she got, Ron G?
Wait, who are you talking about?
Katie Taylor.
Katie Taylor.
She has like 13.
Yeah.
And she won a title at 130 and 135, right?
She won a title at 1.
Yeah, but then Claressa unified both. She unified 68 and 60.
And right now she's unified at 135.
Yeah.
She's not unified at 35 because
no, she's one belt away from being undisputed.
Yeah, she's one, like she needs the belt that Jessica McCaffrey has.
Undisputed.
And that's why I went with her first, because I knew people was gonna try and use her, but she still isn't accomplished enough. It just don't matter. She's about to be undisputed. It don't matter. Not accomplished enough. Not in the amount of time that Claressa has done it. And again, I didn't follow women's boxing and amateurs outside of
argument, though.
But here's the thing: when you look at it, Claressa Shields is 24. She's undisputed, 2-time gold medalist. Katie Taylor, I love Katie Taylor. I think she's talented, and some people argue that she can be in those conversations. But she's 32. Did she win the gold twice or just once?
I think she might have won it twice. I ain't want to say that, but I know for sure she won it one time.
So some people look at it at the age at that point. A lot of people give Lomachenko the credit of the time of the things he's done, his accomplishment, and this is where it gets sticky. People is going to look at the women's sport and go based off the competition.
Aaron Butts is saying that she won it twice.
And the biggest.
So Katie Taylor won the gold twice. So that's an even playing.
And the biggest advantage
but then Claressa unified 2 divisions.
And Claressa's 24
in 9 fights.
But Katie Taylor has an advantage that Shields doesn't have.
Which is?
she mostly and mainly is always on AJ undercards, and like she's slotted in prime time, so more and more people are seeing her fight than maybe.
But
are we talking about? We're just talking about accomplishments.
Hold on. Yeah,
we're not doing this like we ain't doing that right now, Mike.
I thought you meant like who?
No, we ain't doing that right now, Mike. We're just doing straight paper accomplishment.
My bad. I thought that was who the biggest star was.
I still want to hear what he's trying to do. Are you trying to say who's the biggest star?
Yeah. Like, who's more like the?
I mean, I don't even think that conversation is relevant because they'll never fight each other. So there's no argument.
Like,
but in accolades, which was the argument, comparison to accolades, I think that Claressa takes it because she has less fights. I'm gonna.
I agree. I thought like who was like more popular, more.
Everyone's correcting. Katie Taylor did not win it twice. She won it once, but. She won like 5.
It's on Wikipedia. I'm just not about to check.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Top of my head, it sounds like it's one, but I don't want to be the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
But everyone's saying she only won it once.
I knew she won it once for sure, but that second one, I don't know.
She won other, competitions outside of that. But accomplishments, man, it's hard.
I mean, wait a minute. I don't know if this girl was. She was unified. I don't know if she was undisputed on BoxRec. Her last fight,
Katie was never undisputed. She's on her way to be undisputed.
Guys, stop jumping the gun. I'm talking about Claressa.
She just became undisputed now.
Last night.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think that she unified 2 divisions or was undisputed in 2. Remember, she started a career at 68.
Undisputed once.
Yeah.
But she was WBC women's champ and IBF
at 168. Yeah, she was.
So she was a unified champion, but not an undisputed champion.
Correct, and that's where like Alicia Napoleon would be an opponent possibly. She just won her fight last week.
That's right. Alicia Napoleon has the other belt, which is the WBA. So that's what Claressa's gonna have to do. So right now, look, our whole argument, we just debunked it ourselves. I mean, I started it, but Ron tried to help. I guess okay. So Claressa still has her by 1 gold medal.
Yep.
And they both unified. And she still has her by being undisputed. Katie hasn't been undisputed, or has she at 30?
No, she hasn't. She's on her way. The next fight will be
but even at 30, she didn't become
unified.
All right, so again, Claressa's claim to the greatest of all time, or at least right now.
And then people look at age. Because Claressa's 24, Katie Taylor's 32.
Important, man. She's doing it, and this is where I was going with this anyway, right? So now we think about we got rid of Katie because she's the most accomplished with the biggest promoter, one of the biggest promoters. Now the next big girl is Mikaela Mara, no pun intended, right? So Mikaela Mara. Another person that easily could be a star, easily could be an A-side because of Top Rank. She's got how many fights? She ain't even get a title yet.
She's just an NABF.
Again, Claressa is doing things that other people just aren't. Mikaela Mara is talented. We watch her fights and we see her put it together, but she isn't on the Katie Taylor level. She's not a unified champ, and she ain't Claressa, an undisputed champ.
Now let me go into this path, all right?
And Mikaela Mara, let me just add, did not win a gold medal in the 2012 Olympics.
Now let me add this.
Probably be moved how she's been moved because she's not as accomplished as those 2 women are. Like everybody can just hop in.
And again, that is my point. I'm just backing Claressa saying I'm the greatest of all time, and people listening to that and they're like, "Oh, she's conceited," but it's like, let's think about it.
She definitely has a legitimate argument.
Let me.
I don't know anything about Layla Ali, so I'm hoping Ron, the fake historian. I'm gonna start calling him fake historian.
She was a champion and undefeated. That's about it.
Look, I didn't live through all the eras. I have to Google this shit just as well as you. It's just I have to try to remember it. The overall thing, though, I say right now that can help Katie Taylor's, proclaim is that she has a nemesis that is a 7-division world champion. Now, some people criticize her because a lot of those belts were vacant, but they're trying to bring down Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano as a fight where then at that point, does that give Katie Taylor the cachet to go, look, I beat essentially like the Manny Pacquiao of the women's sport, the girl who went all over the divisions. What do you guys think? I'm just throwing that little.
Look, I'm not going to diminish anything that Amanda Serrano has done. I just haven't been paying attention to what I know she's like 7-time champion and all. I don't even know what division she was fighting. I don't know the girls. Like, we just started getting to see them on TV. So I don't know much, man. I know that is Katie Taylor's big fight, but I know that Serrano's been around for the last 10 years. Katie just stepped on the scene. So what that means to me is Serrano's on the way out. I know that Serrano didn't sign to DAZN until she got a bunch of extras like Triple G, because they're thinking of the future. And when you're thinking of the future, you got 1 foot out. So I'm expecting Katie to beat Serrano, or at least be the favorite.
I know more about Heather Hardy than I do Amanda Serrano, and that's not saying a lot. So
Heather Hardy's supposed to fight Amanda Serrano actually coming up.
Whoa, okay. Now we're getting some good. Okay, that's an intriguing fight right there.
Makes no sense because Heather just took a fight in MMA, right?
Well, yeah, but she also takes fights in boxing.
Boxing
so
too, yeah. Like,
No, but I just recently took a fight in MMA.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
based on her last fight, she might not make it to the next boxing fight.
It's scary.
I thought she won her last MMA fight.
She won against Anna Houlihan, who was a
But
former
the one before that,
boxer.
she got an ass beat, right?
I seen one.
Yeah, she got. Yeah,
The MMA is using as their motherfucking endorsement. It's on repeat all over the internet. Of how beautiful Heather Hardy looks at the weigh-in. She's got this deep red lipstick with the blonde hair, and she's got this great Baywatch fucking bathing suit, right? And then they show them facing off, and the caption is like, "How tough is she?" And then they show her getting that ass cracked.
I mean, this probably gonna
Spins hitting her face. It was crazy, bro. The amount of blood.
It was the Christina Williams. You can look it up on YouTube.
This probably be the only time that I get to do this. Since we're talking a little bit of MMA, Israel. Great job, my nigga. Great job.
Oh my God.
But yeah, we can move on to Lomachenko Friday night, man. We can start from the bottom though.
Yes. If you're in the chat, pay attention to the link I'm posting. That is TBV's own design. It's I should actually screen share it. Let's do that.
Yeah, you should definitely screen share. Why are you doing that?
I'm talking. It's top ranked design by TBV to, I guess, just demonstrate the diet that Top Rank gives its fighters. So this is our design. It's live on the store if you're interested. Chef Bobby. We had to change things up for copyright infringement. So Chef Bobby, as you know, is Bob Arum because he's in charge. That Top Rank diet is Loma, Corolla, Crawford, Khan, all those crazy things that we see. And they're cooking it up. And they did it yesterday. I mean, was anyone entertained with Corolla's performance? He probably got the highest paid mandatory challenger purse in a long time.
350, 300K, something like that.
That's a lot of money, champ.
We're going with that really, really quick. Is that like a diet when the mandatory is forced upon you? Like, is it?
I mean, you could also do like a PBC diet. I mean,
when they were trying to unify, but
Errol
someone
Spence
got hurt, so then they're like, "Oh, we can't get the Richard Comey fight." So
all colors comes in all colors.
I definitely one.
But answer that question, Mike. Is that part of the diet, or is that like something else, man?
No. Last night was like a straight mandatory. I don't think you can fault Lomachenko or Bob Arum, because Bob came out and said that this fight wasn't one of the fights that he wanted to make, but since it was a mandatory, he had to get it made, and he hopes Eddie Hearn feels that exact same way when the Pula mandatory comes up, that hey, we got to get it made, but we got to get it made. So yeah, man, I think Lomachenko did what he's supposed to do when the guy is not supposed to be in the ring with you. Get him out of there. I told everybody. I told everybody, hey, all right, yeah, you got it. I told everybody who would listen that he would get him out there between rounds 1 through 6, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, you have to look at it,
but he broke his hand though, so.
But you got to look at this kind of too, like
fragile. Dude, breaking something.
But this is what I'm going to say. You got to look at this no different from when Errol Spence fought Ocampo and Wilder fought Bermain Stavern, and they had these great knockouts and performances against Manchester. So if you have to be consistent. If you're an advocate for one of those, then you would kind of have to be an advocate for this. If you want to criticize this, then you kind of got to like give the same type of feedback for the other fights, just to be fair.
I'm not the guy that's going to sit here and criticize mandatories because these guys work their other self into a position to like get these fights. Like, guys.
Man, who the fuck did Crolla beat to get in this position, bro? Let's just be real. That division is just weak, man. Even if he got there legitimately, it's because the division is weak, man.
Who fault is that though, bro?
I mean, it's Lomachenko's fault for not moving up. Get out that division, bro. Give us
Tank to move up.
So you want him to be at 140, or you want him to go back down?
Fight him, man. He won't Tank.
Hold on. So you
Mikey Garcia come back down on 135 and fight him. He got a belt, right, don't he?
And that's just a question, not like a prestigious
I thought this was a debate. One person at a time. You said Tank, right? You said Tank?
Yeah, Tank.
Okay. So Tank still has an excuse, right? Let's go through the list of fighters that are 24 years old that are forced into unifications. There's only one fighter that at that age was doing those things, and that's probably Anthony Joshua. I don't even think Mikey Garcia was unifying at 24. But you can help your argument. Tell me who.
How would he be unifying though?
I mean, he's got the WBA, right? Or is he in a completely different division?
He's in a completely different division at 130.
All right, well, even more. He's not even done in his own division, and you want him to move up? That's how bad Lomachenko's division is. Tell Loma move the fuck back down.
He probably would to fight Tank.
Well, then move down, because Tank got unfinished business at 130. Why should he move up to 135?
What kind of unfinished business he got, Gamboa?
He didn't unify. He didn't unify yet.
Okay.
He ain't undisputed yet.
I mean, from the reports and LB tweeting, it don't seem like they want him to unify anytime soon.
I mean, things take time. Miguel Burchell is with a whole nother promotional company.
So
And he's got one last fight with that other promotional company, right? So we got to wait and see. Does he win? Then Tevin Farmer's with another promotional company. I mean, I don't know.
Well, he's with another promotional company that actually works with PBC. Lou DiBello works with PBC. So if there was a fight to be made, we had Lou on the show a month ago and said, "Hey,
Mike,
why
can't you see it as a Wilder situation? When you got a franchise fighter, the network ain't just giving them up, because this is a fighter they could build their sports programming around. Gervonta Davis, Adrian Broner, Deontay Wilder, they do numbers.
Who say give him up?
But
make an offer to bring these guys over here to fight him.
Danny Alvarez even talked to Bob Arum at the conference.
Hold on a minute, Ron. This is what I'm telling you. You want an offer, and I get you. We're fight fans. We want competitive fights, right? I get you. But you tell me, who's more popular? Yuriorkis Gamboa or Tevin Farmer? Don't lie.
What does that mean? Right now? Right now.
Right now, last fucking year. Nigga, accolades. Tevin Farmer.
Right now, more popular than the rest of Gamboa. Bro, ain't nobody checking for fucking Gamboa.
No,
anybody in the goddamn chat, are you checking for fucking Gamboa right now?
Hey, let me tell you
what out of here, man.
They ain't checking for DAZN. They ain't checking for DAZN.
All right. Well, we'll see May 4th. We'll see June 1st. What they taking for?
So now you comparing Tevin Farmer to the two franchises.
Bro, you said DAZN. You didn't say Tevin Farmer on DAZN. You said they ain't checking for DAZN, period. Like nobody's watching a DAZN. Nobody.
Exactly. And May 4th and June 1st ain't happened yet.
Okay, man.
That ain't happened yet. You trying to put Gervonta and Tevin on the same level because Tevin is active on DAZN, which you don't have subscription numbers for. You don't have ratings. You just have it. So you get to see Tevin Farmer.
Why do we care about fucking rating when these guys getting fucking paid, my nigga?
What you
make a fight?
Again, Mike, like I led from the beginning, as a fight fan, we want competitive fights. But from a promotional standpoint, what makes more sense? Do I split the pot with Eddie Hearn and Tevin Farmer, or do I get Yuriorkis Gamboa, who's a gold medalist, who was in the ring with Salido, who has a win over Salido, okay? Was in the ring with Crawford, and was supposed to fight Brandon Rios on a pay-per-view, was signed to Top Rank. He just has more American cachet. He was signed to 50 Cent and SMS Promotions. He got more American cachet. For Gervonta,
last time I seen Gamboa, he got a gift victory from
over Jason Sosa.
Yes.
I think the whole thing, when you look at it, it's like what you can do with marketing power, I guess, opposed to Tevin Farmer. Like hardcore fight fans, and let alone me, I would obviously say Tevin Farmer. But when you kind of build
over, man, you like
Mike,
Devontae don't have to go to fucking DAZN.
Listen, what I'm trying to say.
How don't you see it? If you guys are begging for Tank to fight all their. You want Vasil to fight Tank. You want Farmer to fight Tank. Who else should fight Tank? Tank is the one not fighting nobody. Hold on, Mike. Hold on, Ron. Tank is the one not fighting nobody. Tank is the one with the whack resume, but you motherfuckers want him on your resume.
Who said he got a whack resume? I never said that. I see Tank as a fucking great talent. I want to see him against other great talents like Lomachenko or fucking Terence Crawford. A fight that they've been growing. They were in Vegas face to face. Him and Terence Crawford, they had beef. Handle that shit. Handle it.
Beef. How you beefing with somebody who? What's Tevin Farmer's biggest win?
It don't matter what that resume shit don't fucking matter, Ness. What matters right now? Both guys have a belt at 130. Unify the fucking division.
Okay, Michael. If Gervonta Davis's tweets are 2020, I'm a pay-per-view star. Do you become a pay-per-view star by fighting Tevin Farmer?
So you telling me you become one by fighting fucking Gamboa?
I mean
what?
I'm about to tell you, if you don't cut me off, look at the blueprint. Didn't Crawford fight him and go to pay-per-view after? Huh? Didn't Mikey fight him? Oh, Mikey didn't fight Gamboa, but it was Salido.
But that was a very prime Gamboa. But I get what you're saying. This one I want to say, marketing power. You got to think like this when you promote to a casual.
Ron, you saying it was a prime Gamboa? Was Sugar Shane Mosley prime when he fought fucking Canelo? How about all the other veterans?
Oh, that's Shane Mosley. That's a pay-per-view star, bro.
But that's what I'm telling you. When you're a promoter, you promote, you build your guy.
But let me
has fights that we argued about. If you go back 5 years ago, I was calling Canelo a bum because he was fighting the Matthew Hattons of the world, the Alfonso Gomez's of the world, Jose Miguel Cotto, not Miguel Cotto. You understand what I'm saying? Are building blocks.
But let me speak in a sense because I've been kept getting cut. I'm saying for the whole marketing process, I get it. As a fight fan, I would prefer Tevin Farmer, but market-wise, how you promote the fight casually, you bring Gamboa punching the shit out of Crawford. You get him punching him. You build the highlights. You take it, you sell it on TV. Look, Mike. Look. Your beloved Terence Crawford has
talking about marketing fucking Yuriorkis
Gamboa. Let me talk, Mike.
We marketing Yuriorkis Gamboa.
Let me talk, Mike. Let me talk. You had your long-winded talk about Gamboa. Let me explain why that you use footage of Crawford getting punched by Gamboa. Look, I know it's stupid. I'm not saying I want the Gamboa fight, but you use the footage of Crawford getting punched by Gamboa and you sell it to the casuals based off what Crawford does now and saying this is the guy who's going to fight Tank. It's obvious. They do these type of stuff. Look what they're doing with Amir Khan versus Crawford. They're taking highlights and they package things up in a way.
I don't get why Mike is so upset the Tank fights Yuriorkis when that is the same equivalent of Amir Khan. Amir Khan is a little more popular, but he's a loser that's
don't disrespect fucking Amir Khan like that, bro. Gamboa is nowhere near the level of Amir Khan. Don't even put that out there, bro.
You're right. You know why you're right? Gamboa won a fucking gold medal, and Gamboa.
Wow, Amir won a silver medal. What the fucking do? Who had a better fucking pro career? Gamboa or fucking Khan?
Probably Gamboa.
No, nigga, ain't no fucking probably to a nigga. Easy, Khan.
Oh yeah, so let's do it. Come on, let's
start doing this shit with you, Ness. I'm not finna argue no fucking dumbass points, dog. I'm not arguing dumbass points. I'm not arguing about no fucking Gamboa who ain't been relevant in fucking 3 fucking years. Fuck out of here.
Wait, he ain't no champion at welterweight, motherfucker. He ain't no champion at welterweight. He ain't did shit at welterweight, but hang out for big fights. What the fuck he done at welterweight? So now you want to give him his 140-pound fame? Okay, so he beat Maidana for no title. What the fuck Amir Khan done did that's so great? Let me Google him so I don't look dumb. What
Might be careful. Might be careful. You were not around the Gamboa age. You weren't at the Gamboa age. Be careful what you're saying.
Bro. What age I'm at? As soon as Gamboa stepped up and stepped in the ring with somebody decent, he got his ass knocked the fuck out.
Now it's my turn.
So you never beat John your opponent?
Don't help me.
Oh, no.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing.
Where he at now?
Hey, you fucking rookie. You fucking rookie. Which fight are you talking about that he stepped up? Because I'm not going to give up all my ammunition because he got dudes on his resume that he beat that obviously you don't know shit about. So what you talking about? When was his first step up?
Who he beat? Who he beat? Who he beat? Why you I can clap too, nigga. Who he beat?
When his first step
who
up?
He beat?
It up. You
who he beat?
I'm just going to
know. When he got in the ring with fucking Terence Crawford, got his ass knocked out.
Last I check, Amir Khan got knocked out more than Gamboa did in his career. Let's look it up. Let's look it up.
Almost got knocked out more.
3 times.
You sound
great. 3 times.
Canelo, Danny Garcia, and who else? I believe that was it, right? Brady's Prescott. 3 niggas who knocked him out.
Now, Mike, just so you know, he's been multiple divisions and he's also unified. And Crawford is a big boy compared to Gamboa. And if you understand his promotional shit.
There, hold on. That's one right. That's actually 2. Amir won a silver, Gamboa won a gold. So we already win on that argument. Amir been knocked out 3 times, Gamboa been knocked out twice. Now, should we do world titles? How many times Amir Khan been a champ? I'm not going to help you because you a bum. I want the world to see you a bum. How many times he been champ? Who he beat to be champ? Talk to me.
Unified champ, I believe, at 140.
What the fuck? Unified? You must want to get smacked through this motherfucking computer. How the fuck he been unified? Let me go to this nigga resume.
Mike, I'm telling you, be careful, Mike. That's what I'm trying to help you. Don't argue without knowing. You were in the Gamboa era.
Gamboa not relevant.
You don't know about the 50
Cent right now, bro.
You don't know about the 50
all the accolades you're gonna have. It's still a bum ass fight. I'm not, no matter however y'all want to put it together. Here you go. Go ahead.
Bum ass fighter.
Have fun.
Mike, you speaking from a hardcore fan, but I'm trying to tell you, I know I said Crawford's name, but I'm saying they will use footage of Gamboa punching Crawford to sell Tank Davis and Gamboa. I obviously rather see Devin Farmer because it's a title versus a title.
You a bum. Get out your generation and go check a few others. You a bum. Amir,
to the guy who said Roe Jones didn't do good on pay-per-view. I feel it.
a bum.
You're too, dog. Yeah, but you've been watching boxing a lot longer than I have, and you don't know shit still. It's all good.
Amir Khan and Terence Crawford is the same thing that Al Heyman and Leonard Ellaby are gonna do with Yuriorkis Gamboa. They're gonna give him a recognizable name to the U.S. public to get that ass whooped with a weak chin. Talking about Amir Khan got more accolades. We're going to end that argument. And don't nobody call in to help Mike. He want to lie. Let him lie on his own.
Look, I'm
don't need no help.
Khan and Gamboa is used for the same thing.
Gamboa is not fucking popping right now.
Amir is popping right now. Tell us why.
Last time he fought over in England on terrestrial TV, did the highest numbers ever for any boxing event.
Versus who?
He's pretty popping too.
Versus who?
And that's even worse. Samuel Peters?
Vargas.
Samuel Vargas? He did a high numbers against Samuel Vargas?
In his home country.
Okay, Ness. Fucking Gamboa couldn't even go to fucking Puerto Rico and do a fucking pay-per-view. It got canceled. He ain't got the fucking cachet.
Hey, Mike.
You don't have it.
Mike.
You don't have it.
It's actually Cuba. Mike, from Cuba.
Where's
Cuba? Whatever the fuck he's from, man.
Crawford happening? Where's Khan's fight with Crawford happening?
Who's the A-side?
Where's Khan's fight with Crawford?
Who's the A-side, Ness? Crawford, so he would be fighting in the USA.
Okay, so then what good is the high ratings that Khan did?
And that's why it's a pay-per-view over in England too. That's the reason, nigga. So give more money. Next question.
Okay, but how does that help the U.S. sales?
Why would it help the U.S. sales when I said it was a Khan-based argument? Khan is bigger over there. Like you said, he said, but that's over in the U.K., but that's over in the U.K. So they're doing a pay-per-view over in the U.K. to build off that Khan success that he had in his last fight.
And how does that help the U.S. sales?
That wasn't your argument. Now you're moving the goalpost back. Now you're asking another question.
No, well, again, my original argument is that Gamboa was more accomplished than Khan. Nothing else, nothing more.
Yes, okay, all right.
No, nothing else, nothing more. We moved on from that. We moved on from that because I proved that he was, and now we're going.
He's more popular right now than Khan. You proved that.
Excuse me. Okay. We're moving on from that because I proved that he has more accolades than Khan, right?
Cool.
And then we went to why Amir Khan. You're supposed to prove to me why Amir Khan, right, is more relevant than Gamboa today. And you said because he did big numbers with Samuel Vargas. So my counter was, how does that help in the U.S.? So you said I moved the goalpost back. Explain how I moved the goalpost back. Because that everything relevant.
How does that help in the U.S.? It's a big name. He's bringing people over to watch him fight. They're selling out a arena
oh, it's sold out.
It's not. But let me be petty. Sky Sport. No, let me be petty. Can I be petty though, real quick? I just want to be petty.
I believe Bob said that they had like 2,000 to 3,000 tickets left.
Let me be petty real quick though, Mike. I'm just being petty. Sky Sports didn't want to pick up this fight. They passed.
Do you know why though? Do you know why? No, you don't. No, you don't.
No. I want to be petty. Why wouldn't you want to take this fight if it's a big fight, bro?
Can I give you the reason why, or are you just gonna like glance over the fact that they had scheduling issues, that they thought that Dillian Whyte will be fighting on the 20th on pay-per-view, and that's the reason why they didn't want this fight?
So they obviously think that fight's bigger than this.
Or should I go on?
No, you should go on because I'm gonna talk to Ron now. Ron, how much sense does it make that I break a record and my last fight gets viewed by the most UK people in the world, but all of a sudden you're not gonna fix scheduling conflicts for the UK fighter that gets the best rating?
When you see Eddie again, ask him that question.
That don't make sense though. He would never do that.
Eddie's on camera saying it. He's on camera saying it. You guys do your fucking research.
He's saying that the value for Khan isn't that high. He values other fights more important.
Or maybe Eddie has like a better thing going with Dillian Whyte, and Khan is on his way out. Khan is on his way out though.
Bro, they wanted to replace Khan and Kell Brook as a Wembley fight.
Yep, they did.
So why wouldn't they want to use pound for pound, allegedly pound for pound?
You ask them why, bro. Don't ask me. I'm not Eddie Hearn.
You argue.
I'm going off what he said on camera, bro. If you watch the fucking video,
I'm being petty, but argue the point.
Mike, they were not interested in your quote unquote star. They passed. Okay. They passed. Remember that I pressured Frank Smith on the show and I said, was it a case of being outbid or not, Frank?
And what did he say?
He said they were not outbid.
He said we had scheduling shit too. He did not say that. Go back and listen to your interview. Go back. Don't she said something to fight.
Outbid. He also said they weren't outbid.
Okay. I never said that they were outbid. My argument was what I said. They had scheduling conflicts.
And my argument is they didn't have scheduling conflicts. They chose the more.
You know better than Frank.
I'm going to explain if you let me. They chose the more popular fighter. Ron, since Mike is in his mad mode because
I'm mad mode. I'm in my bag right now. This is killing you niggas.
Crawford right now. So this is what happened. Dillian Whyte is the one that's been doing 3 consecutive.
I know, Wayne.
Let me talk. Dillian Whyte is the one doing 3 consecutive pay-per-views, and he's been successful, not Amir Khan. When was Amir Khan's last UK pay-per-view? This is why Sky passed, because Amir Khan isn't popular the way Mike wants you to believe.
I think his last UK pay-per-view was Canelo.
We gave you the floor.
I was saying, you like what was his last UK pay-per-view? It was Canelo.
You know that I was in my.
Bro, you didn't know that. Come on.
I was in my conversation, but I see you, man.
Was it UK pay-per-view?
What, Canelo?
Are you sure about that?
Man, he's always UK pay-per-view.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
When was it?
No, he's not.
Since when?
No, he was never. Canelo's not always UK pay-per-view.
Since when?
Since always. The Triple G fight was.
There you go. I think the one before that.
You said Canelo.
I think the Khan fight.
You said Canelo. Canelo.
I believe the Khan fight kicked it off.
Triple G. So when was all the other Canelo pay-per-view fights?
It started with Khan, and then ever since then, bam.
Are you positive by that? I just want to make sure.
I believe. I don't believe that the fight that he had with what's the guy's name that he fought?
Khan and Canelo. That's what you said. Are you true? Chat,
believe,
true.
Yes.
Just look at it. We're gonna go ahead and move on. We staying stuck on it.
All I'm saying real quick is Gamboa to Tank is no different from what Khan and Crawford is. Regardless of what you think the cachet is, they're just using another guy's name to build up the star that has some sort of resume thing that they can just build off that. Exactly. That's all they're doing.
The truth is Khan has been in bigger fights. So that's why this is a pay-per-view, because he's been on pay-per-view. He's been with the bigger U.S. names, and I think his last, they said 10 out of 16 fights were in the U.S. So he is recognized. Gamboa would be the smaller version of that, but in terms of accolades, he's still more successful than Khan. That being said, Gilberto Ramirez moved up, knocked out Tommy Karpency. I was hoping for Karpency to put on a little bit better of a performance. I know that, our very own Bruce in Pittsburgh is very close to Karpency. Karpency had a 10-week training camp for this fight. But I'm told there was no pre-drug test or post-fight piss test. So, yeah.
I think Gilberto bust his ribs up too when he fought Karpency up. I think that's the reason the fight got stopped. He broke his ribs or something like that. But yeah, I think all indications are right now like Gilberto's.
Chat said, "Tell Mike Khan's a bum. You don't win a silver medal, you lose the gold. They give you silver."
Okay, man, you bum. Have you ever competed in anything in your life, or are you just a keyboard warrior? Next guy. But anyway, Gilberto moved up and said he's eyeing a title at 175. So it is what it is. I don't know if I don't know. I think he could be possibly good at 175, but this guy Tommy Karpency, I know he's been in there with some tough guys, but I don't know how much he had left in the tank.
Canelo Khan was on Box Nation. All right.
That's even better.
Was Box Nation pay-per-view?
Not like you, but you got to pay for like Box Nation though. So
you have to pay for. Yo, Mike is so petty, bro. He said pay-per-view. Come on, Mike. You took the L on that.
You paying for the view?
No.
You know what I'm saying? They know Box Nation got their subscription base over there, nigga.
Yo, stop it, bro. Stop it. You lost, man.
Hey, man.
It's promote. That's what I'm saying. Like, I live in the reality that I'm in. I don't like promoters promoting, but I know that they gotta promote. It just is the way that it works.
Hey, we got super chat from my guy Eric Cruz. Big ups to you, man. Hopefully you get ready for your fight with at Border Wars. The Boxing Voice, not only a boxing show, but family. Absolutely, brother.
For sure, man.
But yeah,
it sucks when we lose a fallen soldier, so we will be coming out with the Milk Carton Mario shirt. We got a rough draft. Let me see if I can.
No,
bro, this nigga Ness, bro. You ain't seen the Border Wars chat, now. You ain't seen the Border Wars chat. This nigga Ness is out here making designs of everybody.
Go ahead. Take over. I'm gonna pull up.
Arnold Barboza stops Mike.
Rough draft.
Arnold Barboza stops Mike Alvarado. I didn't know the guy had a
right.
Not third round. I didn't know the guy had that kind of power.
Bro, I didn't expect that.
He ain't supposed to. He was only 7 knockouts.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I didn't expect that. That was what's up.
Yeah, very, very impressive for him. And what division was that? 141. What division that run?
Bro, I don't know. All I'm just knowing is Barboza wasn't supposed to stop that dude.
But he did call out some names and shit. Let me get on my shit right quick. I know he called out somebody. I should have put that shit in the motherfucking thing.
But yeah, definitely one of those fights where I thought it was going to be more of like a boxing or a brawl kind of scenario, but not a Arnold Barboza come and stops Mike Alvarado in 3. So shout out to Arnold.
Right,
man.
and it was weird because then Alvarado was fully dressed to the T, looking sharp with his wife at the fight. It wasn't like, usually you get stopped and like you're out. You go to the fucking hospital and we don't see you. My man was still at the fight chilling. So I don't know if he. Yeah, I'm serious. And he was taking pictures and shit. So I don't know if he's like,
look at this dude. Ness
is a fucking evil twin.
Look
man.
at
he called out.
First of all, this wasn't me. This shirt idea wasn't mine. This was my opponent, Russell's. He actually did this rough draft, so I'm forwarding this to our designer to make it look a lot better. But check it out. Check out the text. It says missing to this day. Last seen driving the Border Wars in Dallas, Texas.
I can't believe you, Russell.
Yeah.
What
but
the fuck?
Arnold Barboza, he called out. He said he wanted Jose Ramirez, and he would like to fight Maurice Hooker. So we might see, we might be able to see that Ramirez fight since they both fought on the same kind of umbrella. So there you go. Next fight on that was Alexander Vesputin. He got a win. You know what I'm saying? Went the distance with his opponent. I thought he was gonna get a knockout the way they were hyping him up, but he went I think 6 or 8 round distance and got a win. So he gonna move onward and upward. But yeah, PBC on FS1. Start from the bottom.
This was all confusing,
man.
What happened?
that main event, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, but let's start from the bottom though. Money Pal, baby, I see you out there, y'all. I see you out there getting the motherfucking knockouts
I was
in.
mad at him.
Why you mad at him for?
Because he almost didn't get the stoppage.
I know.
It was taking long.
He's patient though, bro.
And that dude, bro, he was a dog, man. Like he ain't had no power, but he kept trying, bro. Powell he's very good. You know, he's very educated. If you seen, like, he would fight out the orthodox style. Sometimes he would pivot and he would use that jab hand to hold the dude down, like sizing him up but holding him down on the shoulder. And it's crazy because I've heard that in camp, like trainers telling their fighters, and it's just, I just heard that, someone saying that, I'm telling you, and it was just like, wow, this kid is putting it together really well. He's got great punch selection.
Yep.
Great body work.
And he's getting big every fight.
It just looked like he wasn't gonna get it. And it also looked like he wasn't warmed up. Was it me, or did he seem dry even in the 6th round?
He kind of always has that kind of.
Yeah, he does, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's not like I think he just has like that cool kind of shit about himself, you know what I'm saying? But to Ron's point, I don't know what the fuck going on down there in Alabama, but this motherfucker is getting bigger and bigger every time I see him.
He's about to fight in heavyweight.
I'm telling you, if he gets about 25,
yo,
he's gonna be a heavyweight pretty soon.
What is he eating, bro? That dude, I swear, he jumped like 3 divisions. It feels
he
like.
started at 154, then 169. He fought like at 164 and 165. So he might be competing at 160 or like 168.
That sucks because he's only got like 6 fights, and it reminds me of Mario Barrios. Remember Mario Barrios, 6-foot kid that started at like 126. And you know, when you're eating yourself through divisions, you're not really learning. Like Jarrett Hurd, when he moves to 60, he's gonna be better than Powell because Powell ate himself out of 54.
I don't think the fat nigga that he's eating. I
just think he's just growing.
Kid.
Man.
I mean, he's like 18, 19, and some years old.
Like you can't like grow the way. Like I think he's just developing.
Genetic, man.
That's just the term used when you don't even get a title in a division. Like, you know, if you go through anyone's record, like the good guys, like you're not gonna see Roy skip the division, didn't get a title, or Floyd or Pacquiao or Danny or anybody that's got a recognizable name. You don't skip a division because that helps you.
Yeah, Roy did though.
Who?
He started at 154, got a title, all the way up to 175. He skipped over cruiserweight and got a title at heavyweight.
Bro, did you hear what you just said? I mean, sometimes it's ridiculous to argue.
Hey, man, you said you don't skip divisions. I'm just gonna what you said,
brother. He started at 54, got a title at 54, got a title at 60. You talking about skipping cruiserweight, man? Like
you're talking about a guy who's just kind of gradually, strategically moving
I'm being
up.
petty, man. I know what the fuck you talking about, bro. I just want to argue with this.
You sound crazy, bro.
That's cool, but yeah, Ron, your guy.
Yo, all right. So I definitely would have took the L or some crow because I felt like everyone thought that Joey Spencer, rightfully so, would go and get the stoppage on the knockout. Now, this was his first 6-round fight going into it, and normally he doesn't even make it through his 4th round fight. So I think we seen something in this fight where I think a lot of people was going to criticize. It went the distance.
Oh, right. Hold on. Damn. Roy Jones didn't get a world title at 154, did he? But he started there. I know. I'm just saying. I mean, I thought he did. He said he did, but I don't think he did.
Die by your words.
He said 160. So evidently you can't eat yourself out of the division and get a title at the next division,
bro. You know how many people move up
well,
Canelo?
Roy Jones didn't start at 54, first of all. So you're wrong there.
You did? Are you sure?
I'm on BoxRec. I'm signed in. Please don't interrupt me because you chose to go back to this without having facts. So you waste an hour time and a caller's time. He started at 57, which anything above 55 is 160.
So he never fought at 54.
Again, his first fight is at 57. There's no 54 here to get a title.
So he never fought at 54.
I don't know. It says here that he was 157 on weigh-in, bro. And I'll tell you another thing, because obviously, you know, you got to keep interviewing. Fighters when there's no title on the line. For instance, I know this kid, you guys, I've been telling you about him, Hakeem Nurse. He's 168, but he's fighting slightly above that because there's no title on the line. If you go through other fighters, until that title's on the line is when they make you suck down. For instance, we had Stevens on the line, and he was being interviewed, and he was like, no, I'm going to get a title at 26, not 30. And we're like, wait, but he's like, yeah, once the title's on the line, I'll be at 26. So again, if you go through Roy Jones's resume, it's not the Money Powell thing, unless I don't see a title here. I see one fight.
Like money.
I see one fight, 2 fights at 54, but neither were for a title. But in between those fights, he was always at 60, very close to 60, either 159, 158, 150.
He did hit 154 somewhere, I know.
Yeah, no, I see it versus Ricky Stackhouse. He hit 54, and then again after that, the very next fight, he went back to 60 at 58 and a half. Then the very next fight, back down to 53 and a quarter, but never any titles on the line for those.
Exactly. Same thing Money Powell doing, big dog. You can eat yourself out of the division. Well, not eat, but grow out of the division. Like he growing out of that shit.
Michael, listen, he wasn't a 54-pounder though. Look, before he gets to the first 54-pound fight, because you want to keep exhaling, just fucking box right.
Bro, you just said your fucking self. I know a guy who fights at 168, but he normally fights at like 170, 171, so I don't have to cut down. So that means that Roy Jones fighting at 157, 158 means he had to cut down to 154. So he was a 154-pound fighter.
When he cut down to 54, if you want to assume he was a junior welterweight, middleweight at that time, there was no title on the line. And again, his first title is at 60.
With the vacant belt.
And that's what Money Powell is doing. That's the argument we had, Ness. That's what Money Powell is doing. He's not sucking that. He's not sucking down to 160. He said he's going to be fighting at 160, so he's coming in at 164, 163, 166.
Let's make these. What weight is he at when he started? And then where's he at now? Like,
he started when he was young, though. Like
No. All I'm saying, what was his weight then? I will just make this clean.
I think when he first started fighting, he was at 154, like 150.
And then when is he at now?
I wouldn't say 154. I would say like 156, 157, because I don't think he ever sucked down to 154.
Why don't you just ever use box rag? Look, he's not even a fucking. You're wasting our time, bro. He's not even a junior middleweight. He's
not anymore. And that's what me and Ron just said. That dog. Me and Ron just said that.
Mike, just listen for one day in your fucking life.
Bro, you're not making no fucking sense, nigga. The fuck
why I'm not making sense? Because you're not listening, Mike. 155 is the limit for 160. The man has never fought at 54. He's always weighed 155 and above. You wasting our time. He never fought at 54. So your statement saying he was at 54, now he's at 60. Oh, what they feeding him in Alabama, he's getting big. You made us think that he ate himself out of a division that he never fought at. We'll just move on. I don't even want to hear your fucking rebut. You bugging. Jaime Munguia or Joey Spencer? Go ahead, Ron. That's your yeah.
All I was going to say is the Joey Spencer just seemed like he was going to go in and get his knockout. I think at that point, I definitely want to speak with him and talk about what was going through his mind. He went through the distance. There was times where he didn't use like his boxing ability to keep the guy off him and go distance. There was a lot of head-to-head in the pocket fighting. And so I think that was the first time I saw him kind of in a more of a tough fight, get hit more often. And so I don't know if it was just a poor performance from Joey Spencer. His opponent maybe was tougher. Maybe he blew his load a little bit quicker in the beginning and realized, oh shit, this is the later rounds. He has to dig a little bit deeper. And not saying that he ever had a problem. I think this guy had a lot of veteran tactics. He was spitting out his mouth guard at times. He was getting his mouth guard knocked out, of course, at times. But there was little tricks that he was doing, kind of like a Slido moment with Lomachenko, where he would hit him low, he was roughing him up, and it made Joey a little bit uncomfortable, I saw. But obviously, I would speak with him. But I definitely say out of all his fights, that was definitely his toughest fight. And I think a lot of people was pretty surprised to see him go to distance at that point. So we'll see. I know Shakur Stevenson in the past has had a fight or two that made people go, what the But then after that, he had great learning experience from it and knocked out a common opponent of a former world champion in 1 round. So it's always going to be you're only as good as your last fight or two. This is going to be on Joey Spencer until he, removes that. But what did you guys saw on that fight?
He looked good, man. I mean, he did his thing. It was unfortunate he couldn't get the knockout. I know he probably wasn't happy about that, but it's these developmental fights, man. I just think that he's very
rushed, young.
Nah. I think he's blessed, bro, to be on this stage so often, bro. He just keeps getting these television opportunities. We never really seen anything like this, I don't think.
He was a co-main again, right?
I don't know what he was, but he was on TV, bro, and it's like his 7th fight, right? So, like, that's big. I mean, I know Dubois doing it like that, but that's in the UK.
And
like
a heavyweight, too.
And a heavyweight, exactly, which garners more attention. As an American, this is strange. I don't know his opponent. So, again, unfortunate that he didn't stop him. Dude's only been stopped once, though. Dude's only been stopped once. So, but again, I don't know his opponent. His opponent looks like he's even fought at welterweight before. He doesn't have much experience. I don't know. I mean, look, you don't got to stop everybody either. He showed skill. I like the combination punching.
Yep.
His defense. He's good, bro. I mean, he's only 7-0. We'll see.
And he just turned 19 like a couple weeks ago. So I think that's where when you put someone like this in constant limelight, co-main events, and you kind of get accustomed to him just beating the crap out of guys, regardless of the level of competition. If he's learning, developmental, step up, like you kind of build this kind of reputation. And so at that point, you got to remind yourself, like, damn, this kid is just 19 and he's really young and he's learning on the job. So we kind of sometimes we critique these fighters, but at the same time, we also got to understand their circumstance. Like, this kid is really young. He didn't go through the amateur, like the Olympics and stuff like that. He just went straight, out of from 17 to 18, like right away. So still excited. I'm excited.
Fighting at the Armory too.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan of Joey Spencer, and I can't wait to see his next fights, man. So I think he learned some stuff in that fight. I think he tried some new stuff in that fight. And like I said, he knocked that dude's mouth guard out a couple fucking times. And I think that dude got a point deducted for hitting Joey, like some low blows and stuff like this. So there were some dirty tactics in there that he overcame, and there were some highlights that he did. So congratulations on that win.
Yeah, man.
But you know who normally goes the distance but got the stoppage this time, man? My boy Chris Colbert, man. Little B-hop.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that, bro, but I heard he was whooping his ass, man. As
around TKO, man.
Yeah, that's a statement because that dude just got stopped by Quigg, right? What round did Quigg get him?
I don't know. I have to box rec this, but
I know
you saw it live.
His ring outfit was dope.
Yeah, that outfit was dope. What was that? Like,
I don't know what it was, but he's an entertainer. It definitely made a statement. I reposted it on our Boxing Voice Instagram if you want to see. I'll try and post the link in the YouTube chat now. But
yo, I think he's like every fight, man. That dude is getting better and better and better, man. He's showing different levels and skills. Like, dude, this is definitely easily a top 10 prospect. If you guys don't know Chris Colbert, you definitely need to watch this kid. I mean, I'm looking at it. Scott Quigg took him out in 2. So yeah, so Chris Colbert did it. Yeah, in 2 also in his 11th fight.
Scott Quigg's a former 2 division champ, maybe.
Let me see. Super bantamweight, blah blah blah. I think just super bantamweight. I think he attempted with Oscar Valdez. That's where he almost became a 2 division. But he did. You might as well almost call him a 2 division because he gave Oscar Valdez hell. But yeah, man, shout out to Chris Colbert, man. Same round, hit him when I think it was like he was in a southpaw stance, hit him with the left. That shit was loud as hell, man. If you were watching that through your TV, like it sounded like someone was knocking on your door. That shit was the picture perfect shot. The ref had to stop the fight afterwards. Congratulations, Chris Colbert, man. I remember watching him on that Counter Punch on Netflix, if you guys haven't seen, and it's just real cool to see where he was at then, and you know, and his trainer Sosa, you know, he's continuing to have these guys from back then to now, and he's being on the bigger stages. They, you know, congratulations to the whole Sosa crew team, man. I'm happy for them. Thoughts, Mike?
I've also dropped the link to Chris Colbert's ring outfit in the chat, as well as Julian Sosa, the son of Orleano Sosa, trainer of Big Baby Miller, Chris Colbert, Peter Quillin, and others. Julian himself, I dropped his new music video, is on YouTube. It's good, just strange. It doesn't sound like the kid I've been interviewing, you know what I mean? But
he's like a real nice kid, and then it's like,
then you see him with the bottles of Henny in the Lamborghini
cars.
Like, what the fuck? So I don't know, but links are in the description. I think we need to just go ahead and skip everything, get to the callers. You know, Game of Thrones is on tonight. I know we got some Game of Thrones fans. Plus, we got Untitled tomorrow, where we need to at least talk about Game of Thrones and it being back today, tomorrow on Untitled. So make sure that you download the free Patreon app on iPhone, App Market, or Android App Market. Get the Patreon app. Head on over to patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. Become a Patreon member and get a bunch of exclusive content like tomorrow's Untitled, where undoubtedly we will be speaking Game of Thrones.
And then real quick,
your feelings are hurt. I'm seeing comments that people think that you're hurt. You haven't said anything. Is everything okay over there?
Yeah. I'm trying to see what Bama Bo was talking about, man. I'm trying about some money, man. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Talking about the money. You feel me? Nah, but anyway, real quick, man, since we're gonna get to the shit, man. Jaime Munguia, brother, you kind of lost that fight, big dog. Dennis Hogan, I believe he outboxed you. You know what I'm saying?
Hogan, WrestleMania.
You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua says he's motivated and ready to knock out Jarrell Miller, punish and brutalize. Was his words? Daniel Dubois wants Chisora or Allen if he can't get Joyce. Errol Spence clowns Crawford on IG. If you get on Twitter, you just type in Errol Spence, then go to videos. It's probably like the one of the latest videos, and you can see it there. Manual charge signs.
Hold on. Let's talk about that, because I also heard something else where Errol was like, "Oh, I wanted to go to the Crawford fight,
but I was advised not to."
Advised by who? Did he say who?
I don't believe so.
And where he said this is that actually his words?
Yeah. But they act like, I believe Michael Benson actually retweeted that. Yeah, because it's like at the end of the video.
You talking about the IG post?
Yeah, at the very end. It's kind of like the story because like music's playing and he's talking, so you can't really hear it.
Isn't it strange though? How do you want all the smoke and you want Bob to call Al and you want the fight and you want to go watch your opponent's fight, but then you're advised not to, and that's okay. And you know, I got a problem with that, because that's probably the same shit's happening with Wilder. Like, we want Wilder to be at the fucking fight. Like, that's what we want. Why are they taking us away? Why are they taking that away from us?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's like, why are they being told not to go?
Wouldn't you want to be at the fight?
No, I get it, Ron. I get it. From a promotional standpoint, Al or whoever's making the decisions over there is like, yo, I don't want you in the crowd so they can pan to you and you're adding validity to that fight. Remember, we got all the belts. We got all the names. We need to act like we are in our own world. I'm telling you, that's how it is, Mike.
If you think about it, man, it's gonna be two types of reaction in that crowd when they pan to Wilder. It's gonna be a lot of you came up.
I'm sticking with Earl.
Okay.
He's the only one said he wasn't advised. Okay, I'm not gonna put Wilder in there. I'm just saying, is that happening to Wilder?
And if you're Earl though, like if you get panned to, they gonna go crazy.
I'm sure, but you're also gonna add validity to that telecast. You're telling the boxing world, this fight is important. That's why I'm here. Are you not?
But then again, Errol and Crawford's been at many top rank events, seen together. Errol's been on the camera all the damn time. They kind of do that.
No, not fair. Earl's been at Top Rank events, and they've both been at events representing mutual friends.
Correct.
They've never been at each other's event the way Floyd was there to allegedly scout Berto, and then it became Ortiz that got the shot. Like, let's stop playing like we don't know history about boxing.
That's all PBC anyway. So
Yo, it means something when you show up to the fight, and I think that's why they don't want him to show up to the fight. But that also is whack because it tells us we ain't getting the fight.
What do you also think about Demetrius Andrade? You can see the interview on our channel, and he was mentioning that, you know, he thought Errol Spence was one-dimensional and that bring Errol up to 160. And I asked him, like, you want to fight Errol Spence at 160?
I don't even get that. I ain't even hear the interview, but it's like, yo, you know Canelo put the pressure on Triple G. You got to fight Triple G. You got people in your division that you can fight. You got people in the zone that you can fight. You finally in a position where you can fight, and now you still talking about Earl. I remember him talking about Earl when it was at 54, but now you moved. You know, he even had some insinuations that Earl was on some stuff.
Yes, more than once.
Is all I'll say. You know, I asked him about it, and he says, no, I ain't never say that, but we seen IG posts. You know what I'm saying? But when he was at 54 and Earl was at 47, okay. But now you moved out. You moved one more division. Now you asking Earl to skip 54 because you a super fight. You not a super fight, my man. And I fuck with you the long way. But you got to go beat GGG. Then maybe Earl could think about your call out. Because if Earl takes your call out, takes your belt, Earl got the fight that I want him to get, which is Canelo in Texas.
And just for the record, Ron thinks Errol Spence does not have a fucking chance against Canelo. Not a iota of a chance against Canelo.
I can't see Spence beating Canelo. If it happens, I'll buy a man down shirt of every color and the pink one with the black and gold one. And you know, the black and gold ones are always like $10, $15 more than the other colors. I will buy the whole set and the women's sizes if he beats Canelo. Because that shit is some generational shit. But I just don't think Canelo beats Spence.
Andre out here eating in the no frills aisle in Pathmark talking about he want Earl Spence. And they get the fuck out of here with the fuck Akinwande and whoever, man. No, nobody even know. I don't even know how to spell neither. Matter of fact, I only remember Akinwande. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Who are you talking about?
Andre and his fucking opponents.
Oh, Walter. Okay, Walter. Okay.
Walters is his last name?
No. Walter was his first name.
Okay, what's his last name?
Start with A.
Exactly. We can't pronounce it. What about the other dude he fought?
Don't know. Know.
Exactly. Meanwhile, you out here calling out 147 pounders. Man, everybody want that Earl smoke. Now, Earl gonna think I'm a flip-flop, and that's because he don't listen to the show enough. But everybody want that Earl smoke now because he did 47,000. He got them 400 pay-per-view bouts. Now everybody want to fight. Fuck out of here.
Mike Perez versus Makabu for the WB Silver Cruiserweight title. Leonard Alabi blasts top rank stable for Lomachenko, and Crawford says they have nobody for those guys to fight over there. That's why he was bringing up Javante, bringing up Earl, and bringing up Danny.
That's what Bob do best. Every time he got a fight, he want to say how he gonna call Al. Meanwhile, we never get no phone calls on that side. We never we don't ever hear Michael Coppin just saying, I've just been advised. Sources. Bob Arum just got off the phone with Al Heyman trying to make the Bud fight. Fuck out of here.
I'm pretty sure Bob will tweet about it when he calls not next week, but
Al got Twitter. Because Al got Twitter.
I mean, you know, everybody got Twitter now. Crawford versus Khan pay-per-view will be
sarcasm for the people out there that don't know sarcasm. Al doesn't have Twitter.
Yeah, I mean everybody got Twitter now, or somebody knows somebody that has Twitter. Crawford versus Khan pay-per-view will be $59.95 standard and $69.95 HD. I have no reason or know why they put the standard definition out. Like people still have those kind of TVs, but I guess. And David Avanesian versus Josh Kelly ordered for the EBU title. I don't know if Josh Kelly.
Don't gloss over it, man. Shout out to Top Rank, at least giving us $5 off, even though it's the same $5 that we paying on ESPN Plus per month. But I mean, normally what pay-per-views are 75, right? Like what was Canelo's last one? 80?
Probably 100.
I thought it was pretty damn high. That Triple G and Canelo.
I think it was like 99.95 for
Damn, I don't think it was 100. I remember it not being 100. Like 100 is only Floyd.
Yo, why do they still promote SD? Real quick,
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Right? Like,
that's what Mike just said. Like nobody
why?
does that shit. I mean, because they're not promoting it, bro. They're trying to market a
like
cheaper price. That's all, but it doesn't exist. Boxing for IBF in the chat says 85 for Canelo Triple G2.
Yep, because it went up like $10 or some shit.
It's Brandon Maurice, our patron, says if you already got a HD TV, buy the SD version. I don't get that. Why?
Because the TV will convert it for you. Most TVs do that.
I don't think so. The signal's being sent out at SD.
If you got a smart TV, I'm telling you, TV is conversion now, man.
Have you done that? The person who suggested that, because if you're just saying that, fuck that. $10 just to ensure that.
I like HD, bro. I go to IMAX theaters, bro. I
like those too. And David Avanesian, Josh Kelly, EBU. David Avanesian is coming off a big upset win over Luther Bella's 27-1 now. Welterweight prospect. So it could be another money upset. You never know. These Eddie Hearn prospects don't do too well when they get matched up against somebody who can punch back at them. So we'll see. But Josh Kelly seems to be one of those guys who.
Oh my God! This dude beat the Spaniard.
Yeah,
I didn't get to watch that fight.
He knocked him out. Yeah, we made some money off that man. I didn't make much, you know what I'm saying? Because fucking they fucking.
Yo, your rounds. You remember we talked about rounds, this earlier, Nuts?
The fucking rounds, bro. They fucked up my fucking rounds, bro. On fucking Fowler and
I didn't even know this fight happened. I wanted to watch La Hagora or whatever his name is.
Yeah, they didn't televise it though. It was like on a fucking app or stream or some shit.
And he had beat Bradley Skeet. Man, bro, that's crazy, man. They was touting him. See, this what I'm saying. Everybody, you never know who's a hype. Cause Avanesian, bro, I never fucked with Avanesian like that, bro. Like,
he on a tear right now, man.
Yo, what if he beats Josh Kelly?
Man, he just beat a guy who had like 24 knockouts, my nigga. So he ain't scared. Like he knocked him out, my nigga, bro.
You talking about a dude you never heard of, though.
He was highly touted though, man. Just like Josh Kelly, like he had 27 fights though. Josh Kelly got like 8 or 9 fights. That's a big ask.
Nah, Josh Kelly is different. Josh Kelly is different because Josh Kelly is being matched differently. Josh Kelly is being matched internationally. This dude that you talking about, La Hagora, he was fighting Oni in Spain. Even though he did get some UK fights, he did get that Bradley.
Knocking motherfuckers out. Josh Kelly, and for all intents and purposes, I haven't seen that power from Josh Kelly. So it might
skill, man. I see what he did to Carlos Molina. I know Molina isn't, at that level, but even Castillo, right? Didn't Castillo fight Alexander?
Definitely got the skills, but does he have the gas tank? Does he have the focus for 36 minutes? You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of factors that go in. So it'd be cool to see if Josh Kelly takes the fight.
I'll tell you what, this is a good one to talk about on the betting show. But Josh Kelly looked like he got 2 fights lined up. TBA and somebody he about to fight on April 20th.
I think that TBA probably gonna be the David Avanesian fight that they're gonna revisit.
He about to fight some undefeated dude from Poland.
You're probably gonna fuck him up.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, call us.
That's it.
Let's do it.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Tiger Woods, y'all.
Yeah, that's that. Shout out to that Blasian, man. Blasian for the win.
Right, you a fool.
Fried rice and fried chicken. Yeah.
And at the motherfucking dinner, goddamn it, that's all they're gonna have.
So y'all all bet on that shit?
Nah. I didn't even fucking. I totally I forgot about it, but
I seen R&V bet on it.
Yeah, R&V was smart, bro. Anytime
guys are not.
Man, he just in love with Tiger Woods.
But anytime man Tiger is in contention going into Sunday, it's always a good chance to put some money on him because
you never know.
Never know.
to the mastermind chat, man. These guys are helping people make money on just about every sport. They crazy.
You big up to that UFC last night, you know what I'm saying? Boxing did me dirty, you know what I'm saying? But that UFC did your boy right. So big ups to them niggas.
Good fights, man. And also, if you guys call in, let us know who you thought won. Jaime Munguia, Hulk Mania, Hulk Hogan.
Goddamn Dennis Hogan, man.
Let's get to these callers. We got Detroit's own.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
What's going on, Stainless, man? What's the motherfucking deal?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
You like it? All right, sorry, I gotta run out to my car for a minute, so I know I'm always at work now. Next, man, you know, I've been listening to this show for almost 5 years now. And up until about 6 months ago, I was off every Thursday and Sunday night. That's why I was always calling in. But now I'm at work all the time. And motherfuckers, like, every time, like, now I just look at them like, yo, like, they know I'm finna go take my TBV phone call. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your 2017 hard work and dedication recipient is still, you know what I'm saying, rocking that hard work and that dedication. Nah, what's up to my TBV brothers?
Man, I couldn't call it, man, with that kind of fucking introduction shit. We can't say nothing but thank you.
Full appreciation, man. Tell us about your thoughts about these fights this weekend.
Well, first off, Ron, as I said for the last 5 calls that I've made with you on them, the appreciation is to you. Let me tell you, man, the most significant fight this weekend, maybe it's just my personal opinion, was Claressa Shields and Christina. In a lot of ways, the most exciting fight for this weekend too. Like, I haven't seen a Munguia fight yet in a Joyce Spencer fight. Is that on the zone?
The Jaime Munguia is not Joey Spencer.
Okay, I have to check those out after work today because there were so many fights this weekend. Lomachenko did what he was supposed to do, so I'll give him credit for that. But Claressa Shields, man, Ryan, you asked the most relevant question that I heard at that post-fight press conference, and in my opinion, like, it's something that should be discussed and debated right now. Is Claressa Shields like one of the top pound-for-pound fighters, male or female, right now? That gal put on a hell of a performance against what's considered her toughest competition. Made her look like Errol Spence made Mikey Garcia look, you know what I'm saying, last fight. You know what I'm saying? Did it in 9 fights. Is a unified champion in 2 different divisions, an undisputed champion in the middleweight division. And she did when we asked for all male fighters. She called out champions. She said, I want to say your brackets at 154, so we can meet in the middle because she's undisputed and I'm undisputed. They said she constantly challenging herself. So shouts out to Claressa Shields for doing the damn thing this weekend. But with that baseball fight, with that baseball game, I didn't get to see the Quillin Truax fight. Who won that?
No decision here, but in the second round, called it off.
You kidding me? What else was up, man? See, I even get my news and updates from you guys. I'm going to boomerang, even though it's only going to be for like 30, 40 more seconds. I'm going to go ahead and talk straight through my boomerang. The Lomachenko fight, he did what he's supposed to do. Like, shit, maybe he should try to fight Easter, somebody else. If you can't get the Garcia fight, let's talk about it so much, and the dude is right on point with it, man. That top-ranked diet ain't going to work too much longer.
You probably fight Culcay next.
Stainless. I know you buy a lot of TBV shit. Check out the store. We got that new Top Rank Diet shirt. It's actually hot. I ordered mine. It's dope. Check it out. Just telling you because every time I see you, I see you with a new shirt anyway. So I figured you'd like it.
Man, like I say, man, I might not be a pound for pound supporter, but y'all my people, man. I fucks with y'all like y'all fuck with me. I go everywhere else to look at boxing shit, you know what I'm saying? Like when y'all, when y'all in the field, because y'all not uploading as much. But I'm TBV official, man. You know what I'm saying? TBV for life. I started that shit because I mean that shit. And anybody got a problem with it, fuck you. Nah. As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up and share this and every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. I got to get back to work, brothers. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Stainless, man. Thank you always calling and supporting. Thank you so much.
Hey, man, I'm looking. WBO build it.
WrestleMania, Dennis Hogan.
You looking at what, fam?
I'm looking at the picture with Claressa. I'm like, what a WBO build it? Maybe it's under the WBO. I don't know.
Let's go out to Boomeranga in the Nolia.
It says WBO on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from Magnolia.
Well, is that the WBO with a IBF?
Oh, what's happening? You hear me? We got Ness, we got Michael Velli, and we got the young master Ryan in the building, huh? That's how we doing it tonight.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna keep it nice. Yeah, I'm gonna make this quick, dog, because I'm about to get on that Game of Thrones. You heard me? I gotta see who's gonna get knocked off on the first.
You feel me? Don't tell me shit, dog. I don't want to hear nothing.
Yo, you know they taking betting odds on who dies first.
What?
Yeah, it's on Five Dimes.
So I'm saying you putting the money on whoever died first or who's not gonna die? Like how it's going?
I'm pretty sure they got both. I'm pretty sure they got both, but Bruce
put all your money on Jon Snow. Put all your money on Snow, bitch.
No, man, that's too obvious, man. That's too obvious. If I was the if I was a nigga, I put all the money on Khaleesi. Khaleesi with the dragons, nigga.
She already lost the dragon, B.
Nah, man.
Nigga, she thought it was dead, nigga.
Man, she lost the dragon chasing.
She thought it was dead.
She lost the dragon chasing that Jon Snow cocky, baby. It's over. Jon Snow the man, but he might not make it.
He looking casual on boxing and the Game of Thrones.
Thank you, thank you, big dog.
He talking about you. He said
me
you casual.
Bro, Jon Snow is too obvious, my nigga. Y'all got to think, or the little redhead, his little redhead sister, she might make it.
And one more thing,
redhead sister. We talking about the witch?
With time like that.
Oh, nigga, the one that's
Arya or Sanja.
Sanja, yeah, the fine one. You know, Sanja
ain't making it, man. Sanja, don't take her ass.
I can't wait till tomorrow.
Making it. I like that, Ness. I'm gonna put something on there. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Sanja the weakest link, man.
Man, Sanja bad, so her look gonna take her with that power now.
Bro, listen, Sanja was out there on her own. Arya was out there on her own. Sanja got raped, burnt, tortured.
They made her tough. And
so
I bet she ain't getting burnt so and raped no more.
Hey yo, and Arya stepped the fuck up, became a many-faced guy.
Man,
her big ass list of people that had to die is short as hell right now. So
yes, sir.
Look, Ness, she killed the whole family all at once.
Hell yeah.
Boy, that's hard. But that don't even mean that, nigga. The queen took the whole goddamn courtroom at one time.
Bruh, I can't wait for Cersei to die.
I love Cersei. Shame.
And she gonna be one of the make.
Use that boomerang. Yo, Cersei need to die.
Why you say that?
Man, you know she whack. And they over there on that incest shit. Ain't nobody down with that.
Yeah, man, I feel you on that though.
She carrying another incest baby. She bugging, man. Let's go out to the end.
It's money to shit. Working that brick. Ballin' like Swiss. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick.
She did it out.
Hey, man.
Let's go.
Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. DAZN, the Boxing Voice 2019 Rookie of the Year. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing today?
Chilling, big dog.
Love the energy.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I just want to talk about Claressa Shields, the greatest women's fighter of all time. I said it. She is the Serena Williams of boxing. Hey, she be sparring Errol Spence, by the way. She be fighting against Errol Spence, by the way. People never give her credit for that, too. You know, she needs her credit. You know, she is Mrs. DAZN. That's Miss DAZN. I'm Mr. DAZN. I'm trying to get with her. She look good. I like her. I like that. But guess what, though, fellas? Let's talk about Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia, the next Julio Cesar Chavez, he won that fight. He outlanded Dennis Hogan. He won that fight. He was in his hometown. He's the champion. You got to beat the champion. You know what I mean? That kid is only 22 years old. He's only getting better, man. No draws, no losses. What's up with Jared Hurd? Let's unify, fellas. Hey, Charlo, he's still licking his wounds from Tony Harrison jab. You know, Tony Harrison was jabbing the fuck out that boy. But let's talk about hey, Les, you know, I had talked to DAZN, by the way. I had told them I want the boxing voice on there. They said they gonna get with you, so just be expecting some messages. You know what I mean? I'm doing my part. I'm looking out for everybody. I'm spending money. Hey, I'm willing to pay for the show, whatever. If I could donate, I'm all for that. It's H money, Mr. DAZN. I got that DAZN money. You feel me?
It's money to shit.
Run that shit back. Run that intro back. Run that.
Ballin' like Swiss. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick.
She did it out.
Bro, we gotta play that shit just cuz, man.
I'm gonna be honest. I fuck with that intro. Shout out to H Money. Shout out to Dollar DiBiase mix and mastered that shit for him. That's H Money's real song. H, I think next appreciation night we might need you to get you to spit that song. As long as we got the right AV equipment, man, because we don't want that shit to sound bad. But we might need you to get you to spit that live. Maybe get a little TBV cypher. I know we got Stainless out there. We got a few others to spit too. Unfortunately, Lost Soldier. You know, Mario probably would have won that rap battle, but he dipped off, man. Damn. Let's go out to Cali. Is it North Kakalaka? Where's he from? I think it's Southern Cal, right? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the Know, presented by my brother.
Yo. What's up, my boxing brothers?
Champ.
Yo. Hey, that I am the champ. Hey, oh man, I got thrown off my point. Yo, I want to echo what Cruz and my man Stainless said, man. Y'all, my boxing brothers, man. Some of the coolest dudes I've met from all over the world. I met through TBV, man. Shout out to all the alumni, man. Monster Peace, man. Tone from Canada, man. Everybody, man. I done met personally. DC, man. My man Marcus from DC. Everybody that I met. Cruz. All the guys, man. We are a family, man. And when we get together, we party. I can't wait for that appreciation night, man. For sure. Yo, shout out to Flint, Michigan, man. Claressa Shields, man. She boxed beautifully. Hey, her technique was on point. Hammer has zero inside game. If they were to do a rematch, she would beat her again soundly, man. Shout out to her coach. He did a great job. I'm fumbling right now, a little buzz. Yo, Munguia lost that fight. The dude need to go back to the lab. He ain't ready yet. He will not beat any other champions at that weight class. Shout out to my guy, Chris Colbert, supreme masterful boxer, man. That's my horse in the race at 130 pounds. How long would you give this guy, man, before
so you think he could beat Tank?
Shot, man?
You think he could beat Tank? Tank at 130, and Tank don't look like he going anywhere. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that. I think Tank's probably moving up.
Colbert is better. I just worried about his power. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he could. I think Tank punches a little harder, but skill set wise, that's why I'm asking. How long would you got to get this guy before you give him a title shot? 2 or 3 more fights or what?
At least 8 fights.
Nah, man, I don't think they need to rush him because title fight next is unification. If he gets a title fight now, then you guys are gonna be saying, "Oh, he ducking because he ain't unifying." And we still got to let him develop his man strength, man. He's only 22. He got 11 fights, 4 KOs, wide title shot. He's ranked 34 in the world, 44 in America. Like wide title shot right now.
He's 34 in the world, but 44 in America.
Word.
He's 44 in America, 307.
Oh, okay, I was say how the fuck did that happen? But look, yeah, I think, man, I don't like fighters to like go to that level until that they have at least 20 fights. So yeah, give him 20 fights, man, and then see where he's at.
Yeah, I think, and at the end of the day, he gonna reign supreme. He is the future. He will be champ.
Absolutely.
Skill-wise, I think he's
not even ranked in his division like
he's
that.
better than all of them, man. Huh? Switching back and forth to left and right. He's on point. Peace, my brothers. Shout out to all everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the TBV family once again. Peace.
Absolutely, man. Great call, Info Joe, man. You're definitely one of the boxing brothers, man. Thank you for looking out for me and Cali when we came down.
Yeah.
Who we got next? Joseph. Don't forget about Joseph.
So he's been fighting at 32. So you got to check him at 30.
Mm-hmm.
You got to check him at 30 and see who's in that division.
Can he make? Didn't he fight at 126 once upon a time?
Yeah, 122. He started the career. He had like one fight at 122, but he just.
What would a Tevin Farmer Chris Colbert fight look like?
That'll be a good fight.
That's the division, right? Farmer's at 32.
Yeah, Farmer's definitely at 30. But yeah, like I said, man, give that man 20 fights, man.
Yeah, man. You gotta let him get some more, man. You know, it's Ron's fault. Ron ain't get an interview with him yet since he been in New York. We need to see what's on his mind, man. I tried to get with him last week too, man. Took forever to hit me back with the gym info, bro. You know who's out here too, Ron? Javier, man. Javier Fortuna.
Oh, yeah, you told me that. Yeah, we'll definitely. I know tomorrow I'm gonna go see Danny.
You know who's gonna be out there next week, man?
Oh, Crawford.
Khan. Shakur.
No, they're gonna be here this week.
I'm sorry, Tuesday.
All right. So look, real quick, before we get to Joseph, I finally pulled up 130 on BoxRec. Berchelt, Davis, some dude I never heard of from Russia. Consejo, which is Andrew.
Consejo, he just
Jamel
beat
Herring.
He just beat that motherfucking what's the nigga name? Start with an M? Machado.
I know Chris Colbert has told me he wants Scott Quigg, but if he gets Scott Quigg, he's up there. He's top 10. Top 10.
That's a big
Joseph
jump.
Diaz, Miguel Roman, like those dudes got hell of experience. Not Joseph, but Miguel Roman, hell of experience. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he could beat a Jason Velez, and that's ranked 25. Andy
Elm says the Russian dude's the IBO champ.
Yo, Andy Vin,
okay.
good fight. That's a great fight, but that's top rank. I don't know if they're gonna make that. That's 200.
I mean, we see a lot of prospects moving along quickly. I mean, Shakur Stevenson is fighting
Christopher Diaz, boy, this week probably lit.
Man.
Teofimo.
There ain't no easy fight for him, but if he makes it look easy,
holy shit!
a lot about
Yo, Ivy Sparrow jumped to 50 with that fight. Now we really got to interview Colbert. Now him beating Sparrow means something even more now. Sparrow jumped up. I mean, you 374 on BoxRec. My man is 50. That's crazy.
That's a good fight.
And that fight was real interesting because I think they hurt each other in that fight.
You mean Hank?
Hank and Avery.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Hank dropped the nigga first round, didn't?
No, Hank got dropped.
I know, but Hank didn't drop it.
Dan Lamont Roach is there too at 84 undefeated, but that's Golden Boy DAZN. Frank Del Alba, that's a number 98 on BoxRec. He's with King's Promotion. They do business with Al Heyman, and he also lost to Andy Vences. Okay. That's worth it. And Omar Douglas, he lost to Omar Douglas.
Omar went up to 135, right?
Yep, but at that time he fought him at 130. But let's get to Mastermind. Joseph, talk to me.
Oh, what's up, guys?
What's going on, big dog?
I want to talk about the Claressa Shields fight, man. It was a really good fight. I thought she had a great game plan. She came out and like we've seen before with a lot of the European fighters, they can't fight going backwards.
Or on the inside.
Yeah, and then after the first round, she really put it on her, and I had it 9-1. The only bad thing about it, I feel like, is if the fight was more competitive, we could have possibly gotten a rematch out of it or something. I don't really see what's next for Claressa Shields, man. I mean,
I told you, big dog.
it's not
You
really
gotta
much.
call out the lioness. Call her out. She beat your homegirl. She beat up Cyborg. Come on, man. Storyline.
Oh, you're absolutely right, man. Because you know what? I'd hate to see the same people that criticize Mikey and Errol, Khan and Canelo, and Triple G and Kell Brook. It's the same thing if she fights Cecilia Breakers. If she wants to fight Cecilia Breakers, I say she goes down to 47 and be undisputed at 47 if she can make the weight. But to me, that's the same thing. Claressa started at 68. But yeah, she's gonna have to start doing cross promotional fights, which I hate for her because, she can be brash, she can be, she speaks her mind, but shit, the girl can box. You can't take nothing away from her. She can put hands on it. So hopefully they find something for her to do to make her the money she deserves. And as far as the Jaime Munguia fight, man, I caught the tail end of it because I was watching the Claressa Shields fight. But I think as boxing fans too, we always, when you expect the fighter to win easy and he has a tough fight, that doesn't necessarily mean they lost. It just means that the fight was tougher than we expected. And a lot of times people, look at Maidana and Mayweather. A lot of people will tell you Mayweather lost that fight, but he didn't. It was just more competitive than we thought. So that robbery word gets tossed around way too much, and I'll have to watch the fight completely. But from what I saw, maybe a draw was good, but Jaime Munguia definitely needs to get his work up, especially if after the fight they were talking about going straight to 160, saying he's having too much trouble making 54. I don't think he's ready for anybody at the top at 60. But I'll boomerang back at him a little bit.
Yeah, man. I think the only thing for Claressa, even though Lioness is at 145, I think she could possibly make 155 for that big kind of fight. I don't know. Ron, is Amanda more of a stand-up fighter, or does she enjoy like the grappling and shit? So would it have to be
She's like a striker, man?
Okay, so this could be like in a cage.
But here's the thing, though. I think that there is a weight difference at that point. She is Claressa is bigger, and I think that Alicia Napoleon is an opportunity for her to go to another division and go to 168. And she was there at that fight, and I think Amanda is a great striker. But once again, she jumped to 145, and they were like, "Whoa, be careful." She's really a 135 fighter. She's fighting like Holly Holm.
Oh, okay.
So it is a jump for Amanda, and if they would do a striking, I would obviously give the bigger person and probably the more better striker in a sense of only if they were boxing. So I think in Alicia Napoleon
have some success boxing with Shields, maybe.
I mean, we just saw sparring tape, but at the end of the day, if we really just want to just stick with boxing, I think Napoleon is another champion. A weight class that's doable. She was a champion there. So if she can't get the other fights, make that happen. That'd be good.
I'm just going out like what she said. She was talking about,
and she stopped her opponent last week. So
yeah, she was talking about like pay-per-views and stuff. And I'm just thinking, what fight is going to get the public and a promoter behind her for a pay-per-view? And I don't think.
And to be honest, I think Claressa would have to go to the octagon.
That's what the point that I was going to.
So she would have to go to the octagon because
unless they could do well, Dana White is opening up a nice little arena over there that has a boxing ring and the octagon set up. So
no.
We'll see. He said he was gonna be doing both kind of fights over there in their little 3,500 seat kind of arena.
Yo, if she did go over there and beat someone like Nunes, though, man, shit,
she gonna blow up.
Not even a star, man. That motherfucker, quote, imprint it. Just open up a book. Don't worry about legacy. Stamp it right now, man. Move on.
But yeah, that's the only like big money fight I see for right now until somebody else is.
Yeah.
comes along and makes a stake for her. But right now, yeah, she's gonna have to get the.
That would be big though for women combat sports in general though.
Yeah. Next caller, bro.
Who would be?
I ain't want to cut you off. Troy in Baltimore.
Yes, sir. Claressa, that's what I call in to talk about, man. She is what boxing's all about. You know, no contract disputes or any of that foolishness. She simply steps up and she fights, and most importantly, on her biggest stage, she leaves you with a performance that gives you something to remember. She doesn't just win, but she leaves you with a performance that says, wow. You know, she's driven, she's passionate, and she's honestly, her name should be mentioned with all the other Canelos, Joshua, and all the other big stars in boxing, because she's not just a female boxing star. She's a boxing star. She's not just carrying women's boxing. She's making it relevant to the point where you're just going to say she's a boxer. She's not just a female boxer. And as time goes on, maybe she will change what she wants to change over there, and they will allow them to fight 3 minutes around, which I didn't know that they weren't. That's news to me. I didn't know that. And go from there, because I don't see why they wouldn't do that, but I could always read up on that. But she is the biggest thing in female boxing right now, because no other female boxer has come along and done what she's done. Ali was a name, and Wolf was a whirlwind. I love watching her work, but she didn't do what this young lady did. And she has a rivalry with a girl here from Baltimore, Franchon Cruz, even though she beat her already. But I think Franchon beat her in the amateurs. I believe so. So
ain't Franchon the HH Diva?
What?
Is her name the HH Diva?
No, heavy-handed diva. Right. Heavy-handed diva, yeah. So I think
I watched her fight on Showbox. I don't know. You think she beats Claressa?
Given time, I think she will beat her. I believe they had a rivalry in the amateurs as well, a real good rivalry in the amateurs as well. Because I remember hearing about Shields back in the amateurs because of Cruz. When Cruz is at UMA Boxing, there was always this girl that usually outpointed her by 1 point, or she would beat that girl by 1 point. That girl was Shields. They always went back and forth. Always. So I just wish that young lady the best, man. And I wish the males would take notice and stop all this nonsense and just fight. Nobody cares about politics. Nobody gives a damn about that. Fans just want to see fights.
Especially when you're on the same promotional company. We ain't got to worry about politics, you know? We don't give a damn about it when we both sign to the same promoter. That's why Errol and Porter and Thurman and Danny, they continue to get lucrative fights, man. They're with the same promoter. Brandon
They're definitely not fighting each other either, but I'll tell you that.
Salute TVB, what's going on, guys? I first want to give a shout out to Claressa Shields. She did her thing last night. I thought the fight was actually going to be more competitive than that. She proved me wrong. She beat the shit out of that girl. I think the next fight should be Savannah Marshall, man. Avenge her only loss in the amateurs. Well, her only loss in her career period. Going to face Savannah Marshall. That could be like the female version of Wilder Fury. So I think Savannah Marshall trained with trained with Fury. So I think that would be the most logical next fight for her. Then I'm going to give praise to my boy, White Jesus, Vasil Lomachenko, put on the show, did his thing. And as far as that top-ranked bad shit, you can't really say it about Vasil because he's calling out everybody. He won't smoke with everybody. And people like Tank and Leonard clearly ducking Vasil. They already said they're not going to rush Tank into that Vasil Lomachenko fight, so they indirectly saying they know he can't win yet. But I want to give a shout out to Lomachenko. And as far as this week coming up, I want everybody to open up their wallets, spend a little money to witness greatness. Best fighter in the world, Jarrell Crawford, going to put on the show.
Shout out to Shakur Stevenson, King Simo Lopez. They're going to put on the show. Interested in seeing what Verdeau's going to do in this comeback fight. He was once a, hot prospect, and we're going to see if he can bounce back and get some of the vigor he had early in his career back. It's going to be a great card. And I wish Errol Spence could have came to the fight. That would have put some pressure on these guys to make the fight. But like we all know, man, we all know these PBC guys ain't allowed to be around Bud and mention Bud name. They get fined $100 every time they mention Bud. So, Al Heyman wasn't gonna let Errol Spence go to that fight. He don't want no parts of that Bud Crawford fight. And no matter who you talk to from PBC, they really don't want that smoke. So we can talk that top ranked guy shit all wrong. Top ranked niggas is calling out PBC guys, and they obviously showing that they don't want those fights yet. But that's my call.
Don't go nowhere, fam. Don't go nowhere.
Call, big dog, great call, man. I totally agree with everything you just said, dog.
40 seconds, champ.
I'm still here.
Outside of those two names that you're disgruntled about, are you insinuating the Top Rank doesn't have a diet for their fighters?
I mean, bottom line is all these promotional companies only making house fights. That's why you got Garcia versus Granado. Nobody wanted that bullshit.
So are you saying that you're interpreting Top Rank diet as in-house fights?
Basically, yeah. All these cards in the city. Until these guys start working together, we gonna get these type of fights on all sides of the street.
Yes, sir.
All good. Listen, I don't interpret a Top Rank diet necessarily to be in-house fights. The diet is a successful formula. It is a successful formula. In the description to the shirt, I think I even put, this is like what all promotional companies do. They build up stars on the backs of fans, but there is most certainly a necessary evil, right? They need to do it this way to make a Canelo. You go through Canelo's resume, it's like that, and that was Golden Boy. But I just feel that Top Rank coined a lot of phrases, marination, in-house. They do that, when you think of a guy like Andy Vinces, right? What number did we put him at? I don't know. I think BoxRec had him maybe. Oh, look, so great. His name is right here. I could just click it. He's 28 in the world, right? And we're talking about callers calling in, yo, Chris Colbert, man, title shot at 9 fights. Meanwhile, Top Rank got this guy 22-0, 12 KOs. He got a little WBC Continental America belt. He be fighting over there in the hotel with, in the theater or Tatachi Theater or that other stadium where Jose Ramirez fights on the undercard there. He just fought Frank Del Alba. He had a tight fight with Eric De Leon. I thought he won the fight with Eric De Leon, but it was a majority draw. I believe De Leon is trained by Robert Garcia. But no one's yelling for this guy to get a title shot.
Is he coming off an injury, right? A bad injury, I think, right?
Who?
Andy Vincent. I know.
He right. Reporter, it looks like
a reporter Alex down in Dallas. Well, not. But wasn't Alex, but what's the guy's name that had a interview with him that sent me the interview?
Andy, Danny?
No, I think it was Alex Lemon or something down in.
I don't know, but I'll tell you on BoxRec it says he fought 2018 July and then he didn't fight again until February. So I don't know. Sounds like it could have been an injury there or some time off. 2018 he didn't fight again till February 10th of this year. So possibly, maybe, but the point is, again, 22-0 with numerous fights, development, not fights we want to see, but fights that are there. He's been having, and this is what I'm saying. We're rushing Chris Colbert, but that's why, because we see the talent in him. But then it's what I'm saying. Top Rank diet. You know what I mean? Top Rank diet. But whatever. Look, it's not like Golden Boy and PBC don't do it. It's just Top Rank diet was something I came up with and it's stuck. And now there's a shirt. Brandon, you hater? Fucking hater. Brandon's such a hater. Let me go to Joseph on the Boomerang. What up? Hating on my shirt idea. All right.
Come back to me.
No problem, no problem. We got Donald, Richmond, California. Talk to me.
What's going on? Boy, I just got on. I don't know what subject we on right now. We still talking about Claressa Shields and all the fights from this week?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that Claressa got that win. I didn't like how Christina Hammer was talking a lot of shit. I was seeing stuff on social media where she was saying Claressa was too heavy and she was missing the 30-day weigh-in and all that negative stuff like that. I really wanted her to get the stoppage. I feel like she could have stopped her around 8 because I think Christina Hammer was getting well thrown pretty bad in round 8. I think that she intentionally spit the mouthpiece out to get Claressa off of her so she can try to get a break. Because as soon as the mouthpiece went out, she started pointing at the ground like my mouthpiece. And a lot of fights I've seen people get their mouthpiece knocked out of their mouth, and I've never seen anyone get their mouthpiece knocked out or fall out of their mouth, and then they're looking at the referee saying, hey, I dropped my mouthpiece. I mean, the mouthpiece comes out, you start fighting. James DeGale, his mouthpiece flew out. He kept fighting. He lost to 2. I never seen nobody do that. I feel like she was trying to get Claressa off of her. As far as anything else, I might take you guys up on that offer to be in the fights coming up. I was just hanging out with a couple of my friends. They're pro fighters. I don't know if you know them. You guys might have heard of one guy. His name is Aaron Coley. He fights at middleweight. My other friend.
Yeah,
Truax,
Aaron. He's from the Bay, right?
Yeah, Aaron just fought.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start working with them to try to get myself in a little bit more better shape. I can't promise that I could be in, but I feel like I want to start doing some training because I might be able to pull some strings and make something happen to be able to get out there into it. You know, we were just all hanging out at the event that Raquel Miller had the other day. I got some videos and pictures and stuff I'm gonna send you too, Ness.
For sure, champ. I'm actually right now.
What weight is that guy? What weight is the guy you guys were talking about? Because
he could take the fight. I mean, I don't think you're gonna make it. There's only 6 weeks left, man. And if you're not in shape, you know.
Well, I'm not that big. I'm never that big on weight. I'd never be more than 167, 168. And if I start trying to get in shape, I can get down to 147, 150. You know, that's not a problem.
Okay. I mean, I'm being honest. I've been in the background. I got 2 guys. They trying to get in too. I'm waiting on the dude that I was offering you to fight to respond because we got 2 guys that's willing to take that fight. I've been tagged on IG.
But what weight was that?
Well, the guy that I was offering you was Lauren. He's from Seattle, Washington, aka the Maserati. He can fight from 47 to 60. So I know that's what you wanted. You wanted the 60 and below because you said you get lower once you start working out. But
yeah,
I don't know if he's gonna take this shot because there's 2 fights out there for him. You know, he could take an entry level fight that there's a 160 pounder out there that hasn't fought, that he's willing to get in there, but he's got experience sparring. So it's not necessarily inexperienced dude. But then there's a more experienced 160 pounder or 154 pounder rather that does have experience, got about 6 or 7 amateur fights. So, you know. But Donald, talk to us.
Okay.
Let us know. Yeah, man, interesting. Border Wars keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah, man. If I'm in that motherfucker, ain't anybody else got no excuse, you know what I'm saying? You talking shit, get your ass on that motherfucker. I'm always down to knock a nigga block off, you know what I'm saying?
Why is that, bro? Why are you so violent?
Mike trying to hold it down for TBV, man. Didn't you say there was a curse where the panelists always lost minus
Yeah, like, but the panelists ain't never been a black nigga, you feel me?
What you mean a curse? What you mean a curse?
Shit, Mario ducked. Matt got beat up.
Oh, Enrique lost twice.
Enrique lost twice.
You're right.
Boxing MD ain't no longer around.
But at least he beat Matt.
I mean, he beat Matt, man. No disrespect to Matt. I'm just saying. Like I think Matt was giving up 60 pounds in about 5 inches.
No, and I'm telling you, given the right training, I still believe Matt beats him, bro.
And that's bad.
I mean that's because I'm a boxer's boxer, and you know Matt had like 30 seconds of greatness. Let me get out to Miami, man. Hurricane Ray, what it do?
Yo, what's up, fam? It's been a minute, but I be listening in the background. Yo, but let me tell you something though, man. Because Top Rank, I know what the problem is with Top Rank, man. You know, I know it seems like they on that Top Rank diet, but they're building up fighters over there, and the result of it is Terence Crawford being called pound for pound, and Lomachenko being pound for pound as well. So with those two asses.
What about Gilberto Ramirez? What about Gilberto Ramirez? What about the Gilberto Ramirez? He's pound for pound too? Cause he's been on a diet for a long time.
Now hold up a second. Because I know you wanna talk that talk, and you wanna say that they've been on that diet. But you know, there was certain players that were on the diet on the PBC side too a long time ago. Danny Garcia was on the diet for a long time.
Bruh, you
know
lucky.
What I'm saying?
You lucky. I fuck with
the
you.
Way you build
Yo,
the
he's lucky. He's lucky. He's lucky. He hooks me up in Miami, or this dude would have got fucking disconnected. Danny Garcia got the best resume in boxing next to fucking Canelo Alvarez. What's wrong with you, bruh? What's wrong with you?
Always look. Listen. First of all, I'll always hook you up, no matter if we argue out here. This is all boxing. This is with fans. But you know the result is
it better than Vasily?
Lomachenko, you want to get the eye test.
One of the best resumes in boxing next to Canelo.
I agree with that. Yeah. One of them.
I didn't hear the question. Go ahead. Hello?
I said you disrespecting Danny. He got one of the best resumes in boxing outside of Canelo.
About Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman got a good resume.
His resume still, he ain't got the names that Danny got. He
beat Danny though, didn't he?
Yeah, okay, but Danny did what he
beat the nigga Danny lost too.
He did what he did at 40 and what he's doing at 47. Danny got names under that belt, bro.
He beat the nigga Danny.
We talking about scalps, Mike. We talking about
you, but if I beat you, wouldn't that say
fights?
If I beat, never mind. I don't want to do that because never mind.
No, because fighter A don't mean he beat fighter C. That shit don't work like that.
Kind of does.
Check out Brandon. And this is what I'm saying. We got a guy in Brandon trying to act like top ranked diets don't exist. Meanwhile, he's saying, "Oh, Rod Salka." Danny got a Rod Salka on his resume. How many fucking Rod Salkas did Gilberto Ramirez have or Oscar Valdez? I could keep going down the name of champions that they got over there, bro. Stop it. And Alex Lemon, call in, you punk.
Danny's been the underdog for a lot of fights too, to be fair.
Call in. Talking that bullshit. I put Chris Colbert versus Andy Vinces. What's up? Let's do it. Top rank PBC. Let's do it. Let's see where the money at. Let's see who the favorite. Let's go. Call in. Any one of them dudes. Let's go. 130. Nothing to say. Nothing to say.
I ain't got my soundboard. That was my manual. Sirens.
Nah, because it's like, if Top Rank ain't got him on a diet, let's go then. Let's put him in there with Colbert. Let's see. My man got 22 fights. No.
Want to see me fight Terence Crawford? I'll beat that boy. Yeah. Tell Bob how I am. Tell Bob how I am.
Yo, why he is saying that though? Question though.
Bullshit, bro.
Why is he? Does he need Al? Or
of course he need Al. Al's his advisor. They all advised by Al. Ain't nobody taking no dumb contracts. Hell yeah, I want you to continue, my man. You better get Boomerang. Fuck you talking about? Mauricio Herrera brother, Mauricio Herrera is more accomplished than fucking your man Jose Benavidez, who robbed Herrera for that belt. And it was a fucking regular. Okay? At least people think Herrera beat Danny. No one thinks that David, whatever his name is, Benavidez beat fucking Mauricio Herrera. But you, obviously. Weirdos. Weirdo. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Don't be a punk. Don't be a punk. Don't type when you can motherfucking Skype.
I won't deny you.
Dollar D Beyonce production.
Come with me. Hail Mary.
Run quick ski. What do we have here now?
BoxingVoice.com.
Dadi Diasi Productions.
What's up, fellas? Yeah, had to call in, man.
Let's call.
I got to put the top right.
Let's go. Let's go.
Summon him.
Andy Vance is over Chris Colbert all day.
Okay, so
But
then
he
why
ain't on that
nobody?
level. Colbert ain't on that level yet, bro. He only 11-0.
So why nobody talking about
Andy
Andy
Vance is already a
Vince's?
WBC champ.
A WBC champ
already.
You mean a Continental's fucking arena airlines belt?
It is an intercontinental, but that's still a belt, and it's part of the sanctioning body. You gotta show respect for those belts.
Bruh.
Can't disrespect and dismiss belts.
Bruh, 22-0. Why ain't nobody talking about title shot with your man? Why his biggest fight was Eric De Leon and a prospect? Why he ain't a headliner? Why he ain't doing shows like Chris Colbert? Where's the buzz behind
Chris Colbert
Andy
ain't doing no
Vince's?
shows.
What? He's an entertainer.
Okay. Chris Colbert was on the show. They're not doing no show around him.
Bruh, he's an entertainer.
Hey,
Is what
Andy
we're talking
Vince
about.
was
In the ring. In the ring. People talking about him in and out of the ring. Where's the buzz at for
I like
Vince's?
Chris Colbert. I like Chris Colbert, and I think he is an entertainer. But I don't hear anybody talking about no title shots for Chris Colbert yet.
I mean, a caller called in.
TBV?
No, not TBV.
Who, a caller?
A caller called in. A caller called in, and you are a caller that's never called in saying Andy deserves a shot. Who the fuck Andy beats at 130?
He had a belt.
He got a belt. Oh, you satisfied? That's what Top Rank does. They satisfy themselves with little belts, and then they go hide.
Yeah.
I mean, what you mean
No,
here? Why is Jose
Hey.
Ramirez not in the tournament? Why is he not fighting Regis? How is it 3 WBC belts at 140? How is Ramirez the champion? Some dude in the UK the champion, and Regis the champion? What the fuck is going on? That's a diet.
Okay, now check this out. Andy Vance had an injury, and that's why he was out for a little bit. Jose Ramirez made a good decision by not going.
So he had an injury for 22 fights. He had an injury for 22 fights.
Andy Vance
for 22 fights.
No, just recently.
All right, then.
Andy
So why
Vance
he ain't
just
get a title
recently, no.
shot? Why he ain't get a title shot? Because they talking about Shakur getting a title
Talking about a
shot.
world title.
They talking about a world title shot. Not the
that's
Continental Airlines belt. You know, a world title shot.
That's hype.
What's hype? What's hype?
That's all hype. Shakur Stevenson.
Oh,
that's because he has the Yeah, that's Top Rank, and I still got to be unbiased.
I bet you Shakur gets a title shot before Andy Vince's.
I bet.
He said
I bet you they feed.
Marketing.
Listen, I bet you Top Rank gives Shakur Stevenson the Top Rank diet in the name of Andy Vince's. I bet you see his name on Shakur's resume. I bet you see his name on Shakur's resume when it's all said and done. I bet you.
You trying to say they're gonna feed Andy Vince's to him, huh?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Andy Vince's eats him up. Hey,
Boomerang, get your shit on. Y'all bugging me.
I looked at the timeline of the lineage of the World Boxing Council, Continental Americas. Holy, this is long. Yo, I don't recognize any of these names. What the fuck?
Hey, and niggas said we all love the Intercontinental title when the Ultimate Warrior had it.
Wade Beltran had this belt.
I did love it when Ultimate Warrior had it.
Yeah, he right, nigga. I love that shit, bro. When that nigga Chris Benoit had it. I think Chris Benoit had it too, nigga. The flying headbutt.
Either no disrespect to Andy. I'm just fucking making some points. You know,
Hey, hold on now. Ray Beltran held this
Intercontinental
America belt.
Airline belt.
And American Airlines belt.
And Kevin Kelly fought for it. He fought for it in 2006.
They gonna spit on me when they see me. Let me go to motherfucking Kevin in Chicago. Yeah.
The shot come on tonight. Well, nigga, the first six episode of the week.
Oscar De La Hoya. They are as corrupt as it gets, man. They need to be out of boxing.
They pay off the judges. They pay off that Dennis Hogan got robbed, clear as day.
What?
112, some just ridiculous. They got robbed. Dennis Hogan got robbed. What do you mean what? You got robbed, clear as day, man. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows that. Everyone.
The judges have a mask on when they robbed him.
And then Canelo, Triple G got robbed against Canelo. Same thing.
What?
Boy is bad for boxing. Golden Boy promotion is bad for boxing. The faster he gets out of there, the better the sport will be. Too much corruption, too much paid off in Mexico. Oh, he's fighting in Mexico, so he's got to finish him, or he's got to really put it on him. That don't make any sense, man. It should be the American judges were in the pockets of Oscar De La Hoya. This is why boxing is such a terrible sport. It's as corrupt as it gets. It's not a more corrupt sport than boxing.
Sometimes,
hey, Kevin, you know, we never got a chance to talk. Are you a masochist?
What?
What?
Are you a masochist?
I don't know where this is going, but
either. The fuck?
Like, are you into pain? Is pain pleasure for you?
Nigga, did you watch Billions, nigga, last weekend or something?
No, but Dennis Hogan got robbed. Can you all admit to that?
No, I can admit that whenever
admit to that?
I can admit that whenever you come to an appreciation night, I will guarantee that you get an award for Hater of the Year. You have never called into this show with anything positive. You only call in to speak of corruption and people that get losses and draws, and you always say Triple G should have won versus Jacobs versus Canelo. Someone's always getting robbed. It's always a robbery. So, like, why the fuck you keep watching it? Are you a masochist? Like, do you like? I don't like football, so I call it foosball, so I don't even torture my eyes with watching them dudes run up.
I don't watch soccer either, Ness.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why are these weird ass dudes that hate a sport, think it's corrupt, continue to watch it over and over? Then they're such hardcores of the sport they hate that they call into a hardcore podcast to tell you that it's corrupt. I just don't get it, but fuck it. I'm gonna
definitely. Hey, fanboy.
All you gotta do is tell me whenever we have the next appreciation. I guarantee you deserve that award, but you're consistent with your calls. You don't like the corruption in boxing, and listen, it's not like it doesn't exist. It's just like I just don't get it. Like, where is your optimism at? Like, a lot of people did think never happy. He's never called in to say, like, he doesn't even call in when good things happen. Like, where was he at for Mikey and Errol, or like Vladimir and AJ? Like, you never hear him call in on those shows. It's just the Laura Williams type of shows.
My nigga Ness watching Billions and shit. I see you, boy.
A lot of people did think Hulk Hogan won, though. WrestleMania, man.
Yeah, man,
NWO, Wolfpack. Oh!
Hey, man, shout out Oscar, man. That motherfucker started smiling when he got in the ring. He knew you.
Yo, man, so a lot going on this week, right? Is it fight week for Crawford this week?
Yep.
It's just your week, Mike.
New York is crazy. Yeah, man, we got Long Island popping off tomorrow with Jacobs.
We got UK card this weekend. David Allen headliner.
We got Danny Garcia and Adrian Granado's card. I feel like you guys try to throw me. Like,
we got Regis international phone call coming up on Monday or Tuesday.
Media workouts all week.
You know what? There's actually a lot of conference calls coming out. I sent you two. Joseph on the Boomerang. What up?
Yo, man, y'all leave Dennis Hogan's cousin alone, man. He was hurt about that fight last night. But no, real quick, I'm glad you brought up the Top Rank 9 stuff, because you know what I wanted to say? Fuck Tim Bradley for defending Mr. Tim Bradley 2.0, Terence Crawford. You know, he's talking a lot of greasy stuff on Errol Spence and defending Crawford for sticking with Top Rank all the time. Bradley did the same thing. He always said he wanted the Mayweather fight. He wanted this fight, that fight. But stayed right home with Uncle Bob and made sure that nothing happened. Stayed nice and safe over there with Top Rank. So I just want to throw that out there, man. I'm tired of hearing people excuse the Top Rank diet. When it's obvious. If you don't have any other options, why stay there? And for people defending Crawford and saying, "Oh, there's a PBC diet." Well, yeah, but look at the options you have at PBC. Now, granted, we've only had a couple of those guys fight each other, but
I'm gonna tell you, man, who Errol Spence fought over there?
okay, right. But is Errol Spence the only PBC fighter?
Well, he's the one. He's the one with the most buzz about him. He's the one that's out here in the public's eye. He's the new star. He's the one that be calling out Keith Thurman. He's the one that be calling out Sean Porter. Danny Garcia. He ain't got those fights yet that he wanted.
If Bud really wanted it, he had the chance to come over.
All right, so he could be in the exact same spot Errol Spence is right now.
Yo, how Mike gonna say?
Errol Spence is doing 400,000.
Hey, Mike, how you?
400,000, man. Good job. We'll see how many Terence Crawford do with Amir Khan.
Mike, you terrible. You terrible. I'm looking at you right here.
What happened?
45,000 pay-per-view buys, bro. 45K on pay-per-view. That's what's gonna happen. But Errol Spence is the man on pay-per-view now. You've been shouting man down since you saw that fight.
I've been shouting man down. I've always shouted man down when it comes to Errol Spence against everybody else.
Hey, who do you think will win though, Errol Spence or Canelo?
Canelo. I mean Errol Spence.
Okay, see that's no. There's weight classes for a reason. He obviously couldn't put down Mikey. If we couldn't see Triple G drop Canelo, I can't see Errol. You know what I mean? And those are two of my favorite fighters, but I just don't think. I think it'll be a flip of what happened to Mikey Garcia, to where I don't think Errol has enough power to keep Canelo off. Canelo's a really skilled boxer, and he also knows how to be aggressive and throw some powerful shots. So it'll just be Errol Spence will be on the other side of it, fighting Canelo, like the way he was versus Mike. It might be slightly more competitive, but not by much. But anyways, that's fine.
Joseph, man, be safe out there on the road, champ.
What the hell you talking about? I ain't posted shit.
Oh, I was talking about your comment to Claressa.
What did he say?
You called her bruh?
I called her bruh? What?
This dude, Mike, what did you do?
And then he gonna correct it to my queen.
No. That wasn't to Claressa. That was
with your copy paste messages.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Showing that you don't really care about people. Copy and paste.
Whoa, man. My bad.
Whoa.
No, shout out to Rondo. She posted your edit on her story.
That's love right there, man.
That's right. You posted it on TBV and she reposted it on her story. So yeah, man, I'm your host, Nesta Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NSGTO. I mean, I could continue to complain and final thoughts of DAZN and their audio issues. I don't know. They did it again. It was like so much background noise on a telecast. They never understand what mics are live and which ones aren't, but whatever, man.
Mike, he's just in the zone over there making money. All right, I'll do my final thoughts. Check it out. This is Ron. You can find me at RonGFIQ. If you guys want to support me, I also have a YouTube channel I'm starting out. I'm going to do boxing with mixed martial arts and some video games like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. So you can go over there and type in Fighter IQ, hit me up. I got a couple interviews from Claressa Shields, Demetrius Andrade, and stuff on there. And I'm asking some of their favorite Mortal Kombat characters, Street Fighters. But I'll definitely get in the MMA world if you guys are into that. But while you're on the Boxing Voice channel, we got tons of interviews and post-conference stuff there. Jermaine Franklin, Claressa Shields, Christina Hammer, Andre Jarrell. I got Demetrius Slita I got to put up. So many people. We still got other content. I got Deontay Wilder. I still got to put up more Jay Diaz, more stuff from when we were in Alabama. So much content. So do yourself a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like. Go to Patreon. Get the TV. Get the TV. I said TV. TVV shirts, man. The Top Rank Diets. The Mario's Missing Carton shirts. The Mike Gross hot sauce is coming. The Loco. It's the Al Loco t-shirts. Look, Border Wars is about to be lit, man. So if you guys are coming out to the Anthony Joshua, Miller,
I got the designer working on a hot sauce girl shirt, man. We gonna make it my way, because you know Mike ain't stepping up to the plate making his own shirt, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it. It's gonna be fire.
Follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter at Gross2312. Is there?
Lemon, I made a spot for you, you bum. So next time you die, you can come back to life at least once. Peace.